foul called against West Virginia as Hudson Greer went with a fake, got by Eaglestaff, drove it right side for a layup shot, and got contacted there by Trayson Eaglestaff, his second foul. Greer, 2 of 2 in this game, a 60% free throw shooter. He's had a game, 13 points off the bench, and he misses the free throw.
This is the perfect scenario for Kraton. They're getting not only to the line to score some points here, but that clock is stopped. If you're West Virginia, this is what you can't do. They have got to take some time off the clock.
Makes the second one. So he's up to 14 for a guy that averages 4. West Virginia's lead is 8, 66-58. WVU has gone without a field goal now for 2.5 minutes. Eaglestaff bounces the ball to Jasper. Back out to Trey. He's going to let a long one go for 3. It's up and it's in from straight away.
There you go. Shoot him right out of that zone.
That was a massive shot for West Virginia with 6:20 to go. WVU's back up double digits by 11, 69-58. Right side wing, here's Greer again driving against Eaglestaff. This time Trey cuts him off baseline. Now a bounce pass inside the lane to Greer, and he has the ball locked away. It's loose on the floor. He literally jumps and dives and gets it on a hand to Dix. Dix drives down the middle of the lane, bounce pass underneath. Green goes up. Basket good for Jason Green, and a foul against Brennan Lorient. Green scores his 14th point, and it is a 69-60 Mountaineer lead. Jason Green, who has been hot, double figures in 4 of his last 5. He's been averaging 15 and 9 over the last 5 games. Just scored his 14th point.
Yeah, Tony, you got to get on the ground for that loose ball. You got the stop, but then gave it up too easily, and the ball's going to stay here.
Nope. Going down to West Virginia.
They're going to review this, Tony. This is going to stay here. Inbound the ball. Let's go. Because this is off. This is one of those, it's off West Virginia, but it should have been a foul. But we're going to go to the review. They can't call the foul, and they're going to say it's off West Virginia, and it will stay with Kraton.
I don't think they're going to review it.
Oh.
They looked at it.
Oh,
not going to review it.
Oh, geez.
All right, West Virginia's up 9, 69-60. Inside of 6 minutes we go as Jasper Floyd brings the ball into the front court. Over to Trayson Eaglestaff. Trayson tries to look against this zone defense. Back over to Jasper. Swing pass to Trey. He's going to try that another 3. He got another one. Eaglestaff drops it in, his second consecutive 3. He has 14. West Virginia's up a dozen, 72-60. Here's Greer driving to the basket. Layup shot again. No good, but a foul against the Mountaineers will put Hudson Greer at the foul line. West Virginia with 5:35 to go continues to struggle with the penetration game by Kraton.
It's remarkable. Trey's done a great job here of shooting them out of this zone. At some point, they're going to have to pull out. But I'm amazed at how the style of officiating has changed here, Tony. Kraton not getting anything early, and now it's, 5 straight possessions they've come down and got themselves to the line?
They've made 3 of their last 3 field goals as well. First free throw is good. 11-point West Virginia lead, 72-61. Here's the next free throw, and that one's no good. Long rebound taken out of there by Harlan Obioha, his 5th rebound. Now West Virginia up 72-61 as Jasper Floyd walks the ball through the center jump circle.
And they shot him out of it.
Yeah, they get out of that zone. Here's Obioha with it up top. Gets it to Honor Huff. Honor puts the 3 in the air. Bingo!
Dix was so lost, he was not even out of the restricted arc. Wide open shot for 3. Great set.
14-point lead, West Virginia 75-61. Front court. Ball stolen by Jasper Floyd. Jasper brings his team into the front court. Jasper sends it to Honor. Honor down the right baseline. Gives up the dribble. Gets it over to Jasper on the sideline. Jasper to Brennan Lorient back in that corner. Honor step back. 3 in the air. Not this time. Rebound attempt on Obioha. Slaps it off of the Kraton player.
How about Harlan?
And Harlan Obioha goes over the first row. He is in some significant pain. He leaped over the first row of the seats, and the big man landed on a seat. Jasper Floyd goes over there to help him out, and my man took a shot. Fortunately,
is he okay?
Fortunately, he is okay. He is up, and he's walking back out onto the court. Literally went over the first row, and the Mountaineer fans give him a standing ovation here inside T-Mobile Arena.
How about these guys? You think they didn't want to play in this tournament? In one of his final games of his career, he's diving into the second row of the T-Mobile Center there.
14-point lead, West Virginia. Mountaineers have the possession. Side court inbound, lobbed in near midcourt to Jasper. Floyd has Lorient there. He flips the ball to Brennan. Brennan, middle of the court. couple of dribbles, wants to get it to Honor, and he does. Honor confronted by Dix. Honor dribbling right, shot clock 6. He's going to see if he can get it going, and he puts up that 3. Off iron, no. Rebound volleyed into the lane. Chance Moore underneath. Slam dunk. Chance Moore.
Credit Brennan Lorient to keep it alive, but Chance didn't want to kick it out. He said, I'll finish this with a stuff.
Biggest lead of the game, 16 for West Virginia. They're up 77-61, 4:15 to go. Here's Greer penetrating, sends it out front, nearly lost it, regained there by Zugic. Zugic penetrates against Floyd, takes it in for a layup, missed it, rebound Lorient. On the outlet goes to Chance Moore. Chance Moore, who's had a great game with 8 points, 13 rebounds for Moore. Gives it over to Jasper Floyd. Inside of 4 we go. Media timeout coming next. Dead ball. 77-61 West Virginia. And now like a snake, West Virginia will try to choke out Kraton using precious seconds off of the clock with a 16-point lead. Shot clock 6 in the lane. Here goes Lorient. Layup. It is good. And it's a foul. And West Virginia continues to roar here in the late going. They lead it 79-61. 3:40 to go. Lorient with an opportunity for a 3-point play when we return with a media timeout. It's 79-61 West Virginia. Back with more after this from the West Virginia Lottery. Play it in, stored online with the iPlay app. 18 plus to play. And a reminder, today's game also brought to us by Encova Insurance. For auto, home, and business insurance, Encova is on your team.
Insurance. We're there for you at every step of life's journey. Encova Insurance, your one-stop shop for your home, auto, and business insurance needs. Visit Encova.com to find an agent today.
Northeast Natural Energy produces some of the cleanest natural gas on the planet right here in West Virginia. Northeast Natural Energy is committed to the West Virginia communities in which we live, work, and play. Northeast Natural Energy, proud to support the Mountaineers.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
As West Virginia's bank, we're honored to have been serving the people and communities of our beautiful state for over 185 years. And we are proud of the deep local roots and personal relationships we've built throughout the Mountain State. We've been here and will continue to be here because to us, this is home. Proud to be united with the Mountaineers. Bank with United.com. United Bank. Member FDIC.
Mountaineer Basketball is sponsored all season long by CareSource, featuring easy-to-afford marketplace health plans. Get great benefits, get a great rate, and know that we'll always have your back. CareSource, we got you.
West Virginia is in the midst of a 14-2 run. Kraton had closed it within 8, 65-57 with 7:13 to go. And now with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play, West Virginia has an 18-point lead. WVU up 79-61.
Tony, it's kind of nice. I said this at halftime. You get away from some of these suffocating Big 12 defenses, and look what happens here. West Virginia blistering hot from three-point land. They've tied the most threes they've made in a game since the start of Big 12 play with 12. They've also gone 14 games without hitting double-digit threes. Excuse me, 2 times in the last 14 games have you hit double-digit threes, this being one of them. So it is working today offensively, and it's been good from distance.
When play resumes, Brennan Lorient will go to the free throw line and try to finish off a 3-point play. Lorient stands right now with 13 points. So he has had 11 here in the second half. Brennan is one of 4 Mountaineers now in double figures. DJ Thomas, 18. Trayson Eaglestaff with 14. And 9 of those here in the second half for Trey. He has hit 4 3-pointers and 13 points apiece for both Honor Huff and Brennan Lorien.
You came into the game against one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country in Kraton, and you've held them so far to 6 of 24 from 3, just 25%, and you totally flipped the tables on them as you've gone 12 of 28.
The senior from Ocala, Florida, Brennan Lorien, at the line to our left. Pushes up the free throw, and it rims out, no good. That's been a problem for West Virginia after shooting so well Thursday. They're 5 of 11. 3.5 to go. Front court, Graves penetrates toward the basket, goes all the way in, and contact shot will go in and score the basket for Nick Graves. And West Virginia commits the foul, and Graves will have a chance at a three-point play. 79-63, West Virginia by 16. And they're going to call that foul against Lorien. So Brennan now has 4. Free throw is up, and that is good for Graves. So he's got his 7th point. He averages 11, and he had 28 against Rutgers. And so West Virginia's done a really good job on him. Now, for the first time in the game, pressure by Kraton in the backcourt. Honor Huff gets the ball, sends it into the front court, taken by Lorien with a full head of steam. He rips down an incredible slam dunk down the middle of the lane. Like a locomotive, he went down, and he attacked that rim for his 15th point.
Where did he take off on that thing? My gosh, what a play.
Another steal. Here's Honor Huff with chance more to his left. Alley-oop! And the shot doesn't go, but Honor gets the ball back. Sends it out front to Eaglestaff. And Ross Hodge tells his team, chill it down, boys, and tap the brakes. 2:58 and winding. West Virginia's up 17. And the Mountaineers don't want to get anyone hurt here late. They're going to play tomorrow. Here's Eaglestaff, nearly lost it, regains it. Working against Green, penetrates, takes him all the way to the basket. Layup shot up and in for Trayson Eaglestaff, his 16th point.
How good has he been in this tournament, Tony?
Fantastic.
You're seeing the full display of offensive capabilities from him.
He had 18 against Stanford. He has 16 here today. And the retiring coach, Greg McDermott of Kraton, is going to call this a game. He will take a substitution timeout, and he will bring in some of his reserve players to play out the final 2:35 because West Virginia has a 19-point lead, 83-64. Jasper Floyd out. Brennan Lorien is out, gets a tap on the backside from Ross Hodge as he goes to the bench. Reserves out there, Karam Conan for Kraton, and going to get a hand check foul here against Trey Eaglestaff. And that stops it at 2:27. And free throws coming up. West Virginia has committed 10. Mountaineers answered that zone. A little bit of a problem there. West Virginia tried to navigate it, and Kraton got it down to an 8-point game, and then Trey Eaglestaff banged a couple of threes, and that took him out of the zone.
There was 3 straight possessions where Kraton got a stop out of the zone. Then that flipped over, and it was 3 straight possessions of threes. Trey banged the 2. Honor hit the 3rd. They had to get out of it. That's when the game was finished off right there.
Fedor Zugic made the first free throw. Nick Graves gets a round of applause from the Kraton fans as he checks out of the game. Second free throw is good by Zugic. They're going to stay in some pressure here in the backcourt. Honor inbounds the ball to Chance Moore. Would like to see Chance get another basket, get him a double-double. He's got 13 rebounds and 8 points. Here is Chance, left corner, Ugasuk. Out the sideline to Moore. Now out at midcourt, it's Honor Huff. West Virginia leads 83-66. 2:10 and ticking. Now they double Eaglestaff, jump pass to Honor Huff. Shot clock down to 8, back to Trey. And Trey penetrates on the sideline. Shot clock's down to 4. Skip pass Honor. He's going to step into a 3. Off the rim, no. And the rebound controlled by Zugic. Down the floor. There's a take by Conan. He'll lay it up and in. The sophomore from Turkey's first 2 points. 83-68. West Virginia by 15. 1:45 to go. Honor gets the ball into the front court to Chance Moore. Hands the ball back to Honor Huff just over the 10-second line on the near sideline. Ross Hodge has his team spread out all over the floor. Eaglestaff with it into the right side corner. DJ Thomas all the way back out to midcourt to Honor Huff. Now to Ugasuk, and Mo misses that 3 with 1:20 to go. 83-68. Mountaineers with a 15-point lead. Karam Conan gets the ball underneath. There's a pump fake. A shot goes up and in for Shane Thomas. Sophomore from right here in Las Vegas. And now Ross Hodge will make a substitution timeout, and Niall Howitt, the walk-on from Japan, will come on, and he will replace Honor Huff. Just the 6th game this season that Niall has seen the court for the Mountaineers. West Virginia with a 13-point lead. Pressure by Kraton. Ugasuk takes it over the 10-second line. Jump pass over to Trey Eaglestaff. Now we're coming up on 1 minute to play. Trey gives the ball back out near midcourt to Mo. Now to Chance Moore. Left side to DJ Thomas. Reverse layup up and in for DJ, his 20th point.
What
Career
a night
high
for DJ. He has been absolutely outstanding all night.
15-point lead, 85-70 West Virginia. 50 seconds and winding. Zugic with the ball out front. Gets it to Conan. Conan penetrates. Puts on the brakes, right of the lane, looking for a cutter, gets it underneath. Layup shot no good. Rebound taken down by DJ Thomas on the outlet to Trayson Eaglestaff. And Kraton, no pressure this time. West Virginia, with 30 seconds to go in the game and 22 on the shot clock, we'll just spread it out and use up clock. And the celebration by the Mountaineer fans here inside T-Mobile Arena begins. And here goes an uncontested lane drive dunk for Chance Moore. He's got himself a double-double, and that will cook the goose. 87-70 West Virginia. And Kraton will bring the ball into the front court. They will not shoot the ball. Greg McDermott is coaching his final game in a tremendous career, which has seen him win 646 games. Late shot goes up out of bounds with 2 seconds to go from Kraton. West Virginia will inbound it. The horn will sound, exchanging hugs and greetings at midcourt. Ross Hodge and Greg McDermott. Inbound, horn, final, and West Virginia is on its way to the championship game of the Crown Basketball Championship. It's set up for an Easter Sunday showdown against our old Big 12 mates, the Sooners of Oklahoma. It's a final. West Virginia 87 and Kraton 70, and with the victory, West Virginia.
Fires it now right to Jake Davis. His shot no good. Three-pointer rebounded by Demery. Demery quickly to the front court, right on the right sideline. Looking to get it down low to Reed. Right now out front to Mullins. Now they go over the top to Reed, and a foul is called on Kylan Boswell on the mismatch. So Illinois is going to switch, and they're going to have to contend with Reed. And if they switch and leave a small man on them, that's a major assignment.
Mike, I was surprised it took UConn 3 possessions to get a touch for Terrace Reed Jr. A couple of missed three-pointers in the first 2 possessions.
All right, they inbound it to Demery. Out near the timeline, Silas, a left-hand dribble, moves left. Started by Boswell, back to his right, picked up by Jake Davis. Now they kick it to Mullins for 3, and Braylon knocks it down for the first bucket of the ballgame. Illinois went into a zone that time, and Mullins found a little crack in it, and he knocks down a 3, 3-0 UConn. Illinois, front court left. They go down low. It's in the hands of Mirkovic. He backs away. Kicks it back out front to Wagler. He starts to his left on a drive, and he puts it up in the air, and he missed the shot. It's batted around, and Wagler came up with it. He stands at the top of the key and gives to Boswell. Boswell right wing, tries to blow by ball. He does. He steps in, and he's blocked by Mullins, and a foul is called. And let's see who they call it on. There was contact by 2 UConn defenders, and it'll be 2 shots for Kylan Boswell.
Mullins picked up the foul. I thought he went straight up on that.
Yeah, he did. Might have been a little travel before, but Boswell now on the line. He had a huge day against UConn at the Garden. 25 points. First free throws up and good. This team 78% from the charity stripe. That's a good number. As Boswell has only averaged 8 points a game in this NCAA tournament. Boswell's second one, and it's good. 3-2, UConn leads. And we're a couple minutes in. Braylon Mullins will work the ball right to left from the guard position. Between the rings, gives to Caravan on the right wing. Caravan fires it left to Demery. Demery down low to Reed. Reed on the baseline left. Digs a shoulder in, goes to the left hand, right hand, and he banked it in from the left side. Tough shot by Terrace. He was being guarded well by Mirkovic, and UConn leads 5-2.
That's what I was saying. I'm surprised they didn't try that earlier on, but that was a one-on-one move.
Mirkovic goes all the way to the basket. He kicks it left. They go perimeter. Wagler over ball, in and out, and Reed got the rebound. And Terrace will dribble it and hand to Demery. Front court, left sideline. Demery starts right up a screen by Reed. Backs away. Now he looks to Mullins. Mullins turns and fires a three. Got another one. Back to back by Mullins. Oh, man, he's made 3 in a row now, including Duke. And UConn leads 8-2.
These are like layups compared to that one, though.
I'll never say that, but you can. Here's Wagler between the rings, front court right. Tries to blow by Demery. Can't do it. Now he puts up an awkward shot left-handed, and it goes in. And Demery's called for the foul. What a shot right in front of us by Wagler. I don't even know how he put it up left-handed on the right side of the basket, but it worked. And it's 8-4, and Wagler goes to the basket, goes to the foul line now.
Those 2 threes by Mullins, almost the same spot on the floor, around the elbow left, and he got the open looks each time on setup passes from the right side by Demery.
All right, Wagler, almost an 80% free throw shooter on the season, 168 for 211, so he gets there a lot.
That leads the team in both categories.
Free throw up, and that one's good. So Illinois, they'll score a bunch on the free throw line. Now they go to their bench, and they bring in Zvonimir Ivisic, a junior forward, a 7'2", Croatian, who was at Arkansas before transferring.
So Wagler already has as many points in these first couple of minutes as he had in the entire game against UConn in November.
All right, Stojakovic comes in. Andre's off the bench. Here's Demery, front court left at the right wing. UConn leading 8-5. A foul away from the ball on Illinois, and that was interesting. Let's see who that was on. It's on Wagler. So he was being a little too handsy on the perimeter, and he got called for a foul way away from the basket. All right, they've inbound the ball to Demery. Demery between the rings, starts to his left, up a screen by Caravan, back to his right, gives to Mullins. Mullins dribble penetration, goes to the basket, got blocked, and Illinois came up with it. And here comes Stojakovic to Mirkovic. He dives inside, he banks it in. So Illinois answers on the break, and they're back to 8-7. They've scored 5 points in a row. Solo ball, front court right. Out front to Reed. Reed with a handoff to Demery. Demery between the rings. It's man-to-man now by Illinois. Here's Caravan for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Reed. He saves to Ball. Ball dribble penetration. Kicks to Caravan. Caravan back to Ball. Outside the arc. Left wing to Caravan. Gives it in the near corner. Demery for 3. Front rim no good. Reed got the rebound. Put it in, and he's fouled. So Reed got inside position on Ivisic, Zvonimir, and he beat him to the basket, and he's fouled, and UConn leads 10-7 and gets a free throw next. Listen to our broadcast from our Dime. That was a listen for our Dime of the Game. It's presented by Dime Bank. That'll come up later here tonight. Community banking lives here. From Brown, Penderas, and Scott, UConn 10-7 lead. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
There's something new to cheer about. Introducing the exclusive M&T Bank UConn debit and credit card collection. Pick your favorite design and pay like a champion. To open an account or upgrade your current card, visit mtb.com/UConn or stop by an M&T Bank branch near you. M&T Bank, the official bank of UConn. Member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
The Huskies live here. You're listening to play-by-play coverage of UConn men's basketball in the Final Four. Now back to the Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location in Indianapolis.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship, authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. Intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman here with engineer Alex Green from our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location. UConn 10-7, 15:39 to go in the first, and it'll be Terrace Reed on the line for a free throw to complete a three-point play.
Reed's got 4. Mullins has 6. There's your points so far. And Reed also has 3 of UConn's 5 rebounds. Early on, they're out rebounding Illinois 5-4 in this contest. He'll get the opportunity here to add one from the free throw line. They had the national anthem before the game with students from each of the 4 representing schools here in the Final Four. And UConn's rep was Chloe Trudell, a track and field senior captain from Amherst, New Hampshire. She runs cross country and track 4 years at UConn, NCAA all-academic selection, as she was a qualifier for the NCAA East as well. In 2024, we were at the Final Four. Representatives from each of the schools competed, or actually sang the anthem, and Carolyn Sheehan, a women's soccer player from UConn, was up there. Her dad ran track at UConn and met her mother there.
Reed made the free throw. UConn leads 11-7. And here comes Walker in the front court. And he's being hounded by Demery Jr. Goes behind his back, starts left, kicks it over to Stojakovic. They pound it down low to Mirkovic on the baseline right. He's trying to overpower Karaban. He throws a left elbow, puts a shot up, it missed, and the rebound, Reed. So Karaban took a shot in the chest, still hung in there defensively. Reed's got 4 boards. Jaden Ross is in the ball game. Now ball on the left wing gives to Demery. Demery at the foul line, extended left. Out front to Solo. Solo on the right wing. It's Jaden Ross. He doesn't shoot it. Now he's in trouble. He goes down low to Reed, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. Now, Jaden Ross, to me, Wayne's got to shoot that. He was left open. He's got to shoot that shot.
And he's been pretty good from three-point range lately. Last 6 games, 5 for 10.
Yeah, he's played well second half of the season.
I was curious if he might be defending Wagler, because he's got the size and the perimeter that can do that.
Ben Humricus comes into the game. UConn inbounds to Ross. Back to Demery in the corner. Doesn't shoot it. He backs away. Now there are 15 seconds to shoot. Karaban back to Demery out front, right wing. Left wing comes the ball. Ball trying to beat his man off the dribble. Can't do it. Now Demery, they got a zone going right now. They dump it down low to Reed. Reed spins, goes to his left hand, missed the shot, is tipped in. Demery got to the glass, and he got a hand on it, and it went in. And UConn leads 13-7.
Huskies doing a job on the second chance points early on.
Here's Stojakovic, stop and go move. Spins in traffic. Reed got after him, but he put it in. Tough move by Stojakovic. 13-9 UConn. Malachi Smith the set to check in. Demery, front court left on a handoff to Ball at the logo for the Final Four. Ball looks over the defense and gives it up to Demery. High post right in the corner. Ross for 3. And he knocks it down. Jaden Ross, a 3-ball from the corner. And UConn leads 16-9.
That's the same spot on the floor he passed up the shot earlier, the right corner.
Stojakovic tried to blow by Ross. He cut him off. Back out front to Mirkovic. Mirkovic guarded. Gives to Wagler. Attacks inside. Kicks it in the far corner. Adisic for the jumper. No good. And Ross fights for the rebound. And Demery got it off the tip. And the Huskies have it. 13.5 to go in the first half. Demery, front court left, top of the three-point arc. Illinois in a look at the zone. Karaban tries to drive inside. He gives it to Reed, and Reed rocks the rim. The dime of the game presented by Dime Bank. Community banking lives here, and UConn right now has doubled up Illinois. 18-9, 13:20 to go.
And it started off with a good ball fake, a good shot fake from Karaban. He was on the right side, looked like he'd shoot it, didn't, went by his defender and found the open man Reed inside for the dunk. And for Terrace, that is his team high 38th dunk of the year.
All right, Illinois called timeout, and we'll take it. This is UConn basketball. They say it's a 30. We'll keep it here, even though the teams are sitting down right now. And we will take the break. UConn with an 18-9 lead here early in the national semifinal. UConn basketball action sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. Make your move. Connect with the Temple Orthopedic Specialists at oahct.com. For Brown, Penderas, and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Husky pride is in full swing. Academic minds are hard at work and play. As a supporter of all things Husky, Travelers is proud to sponsor UConn and its exciting sports programs. From football to basketball to hockey, we're Husky all the way. Travelers in UConn, committed to the young people who are the future of Connecticut.
This is UConn men's basketball in the Final Four. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location in Indianapolis.
Today's broadcast of UConn men's basketball, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com.
Illinois has been a pretty good defensive team this year, 43% field goal defense, but the Huskies start the game 7 of 13, including 3 for 7 from 3, and UConn's defense holding Illinois to 3 for 9 overall, including 0 for 4 from three-point range. You have to be here to understand how much distractions there are for the UConn and for all the players here. Media requests, fan fest, lots of things. It's much more intense than it is in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. Yesterday, I asked Alex Karaban how the team stays focused despite all these distractions at the Final Four.
No, it shouldn't be hard to focus on basketball. I mean, we're here for a reason, and you could celebrate the Final Four the first day and really enjoy the experience, but at the end of the day, we're here for a reason to win a national championship. And, you know, I've kind of been saying it's like the Final Four is an incredible accomplishment, but in a way it's a pit stop to the ultimate goal of the national championship.
Well, he's done it twice before, and he's in his 4th straight NCAA tournament. UConn at a school record 6th straight NCAA tournament. They lead 18-9 right now. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman, with engineer Alex Green from our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location. Huskies go with a little full-court pressure. Malachi Smith fouls Kylan Boswell at midcourt, and so that is UConn's 3rd team foul. Illinois has 3 as well. And now they inbound it. Illinois in their road orange, very familiar to Big Ten fans, of course. They give it up in a high post to Tomislav Ivicic. Now here's Stojakovic trying to work on ball. He spins it back out front. They get it back. They re-enter. Backing down, and a little floater by Stojakovic is good from about 10 feet away. So he's tough man on man. And it's 18-11 UConn. Malachi Smith, front court left. Huskies in the home white. Gives it up to Reed, high post left. Back to Malachi, out front. Ball for 3, straight away. No good, missed everything. Rebound Wagler. Wagler and they inbound it to Kylan Boswell, who saves it. Almost ends up in the broadcast table. And it's back to Stojakovic. He's working on Malachi Smith. He's going one-on-one. He's trying to post him up. He pushes off with the right hand. He forces it up, and a foul is called after the shot was missed by Ron Groover from the outside. So Illinois is going to get 2 free throws here. I'll tell you, Stojakovic, very liberal with his offhand when he dribbles, extending that arm. And that's something you got to be careful of if you're an offensive player.
That's 2 fouls on Malachi Smith, who was really good the first time these teams played, including hitting 3 3-pointers, and one of them turned into a 4-point play.
And poetic justice, Stojakovic misses the free throw.
That was a pretty tough back rim. That was a tough matchup for Malachi too, because he was guarding Stojakovic, who's a 6'7" junior guard. Malachi Smith is 6'1".
All right, Stojakovic gets another opportunity. 82% free throw shooter, makes 1 of 2.
He scored their last 5 points.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be a tough cover tonight. UConn up by 6, 12-20 to go in the first. Mullins back in. He has it on the right sideline out front to Caravan, left wing Ross. Ross hands over to Demery at the foul line, extended left. High post left, it's Reed with the ball in his hand. Back to Caravan, dribble penetration, gives back to Demery left. 10 to shoot. They give it to Caravan on the left wing, back to Silas. Silas outside the arc, going to fire up a three straight away, no good, front rim right. And boarded by Stojakovic, ahead to Boswell. Boswell on a handoff. The Humrickus, no good. The three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Demery. It's all over the boards. He's got 5 already. Here's Caravan. Front court right. Fires a three up. No good. Back rim. And then Boswell runs it down. Quickly to the front court on the left sideline. Guarded by Ross. Fires it quickly to the right. Stojakovic with Demery on him. Stojakovic puts it on the floor. He attacks inside on Caravan. He puts it up and it's blocked by Caravan. Out of bounds it goes. So the bigger man, Caravan, took Stojakovic's drive and just hammered it into the stands. And that gets us under 12 minutes. 11:25 to go here in the first half. UConn leading 18-12. 11:25 remaining. UConn Hoop, sponsored by New Face Home Improvements, locally trusted for any roofing, siding, windows, doors, or bathroom upgrades. Your home is like our home. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott. This is UConn NCAA National Semifinal men's basketball on Learfield.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's not just by providing banking services, though we're very good at that. We pride ourselves in giving back in ways that go beyond banking. Acts that range from serving on local boards to neighborhood food pantries. Our employees do so not because they have to, but willingly because they care. If your current banking relationship is leaving you wanting a little more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
UConn.
Newton sprints to the front court. He gets it to Caravan. Oh, Caravan dunked it, and he's fouled.
Illinois. This is the Final Four on the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
Multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Our broadcast booth sponsor this season, Connecticut Chevy Dealers, home to a century of truck capability featuring America's most dependable trucks. Visit your local Connecticut Chevy dealer today. Chevy drives America. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman, UConn so far 7 of 16 from the field, but they've held Illinois to 4 for 12 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3. UConn still kind of struggling at that three-point distance. They're 3 for 10 after Mullins made the first 2 of the ball game.
Yeah, notice that UConn has taken 10 threes and 6 twos so far. Terrace Reed Jr. has taken 4 of those and made 3. A real Hall of Fame behind the UConn bench today. 99 national champions, Richard Hamilton, Kevin Freeman, Khalid El-Amin. 2004 national champions, Emek Okafor, who I saw in the hotel this morning. Ben Gordon, Charlie Villanueva, and Josh Boone. 2011 national champions, Shabazz Napier, who was also part of the 2014 championship team, and Alex Oriaki. And from the 2014 team, DeAndre Daniels, Ryan Boatwright, and Phil Nolan. From the 2025 team, last year's team, Liam McNeely is here before he goes off to play at Minnesota for the Hornets tomorrow night. And from the 2023 and 2024 national champions, Samson Johnson is here. He's playing for the nearby Noblesville Boom, which is the franchise of the G League franchise of the Indiana Pacers.
Wagler inbounds the ball, and he gets it into Tomislav Ivicic, and he gets it back. Foul line extended left. Ivicic with a three-pointer, no good. He's a lefty, missed it. 0 for 6 for the Fighting Illini. Rebounded by Demery again. Demery into the front court right, guarded by Stojakovic. Kicks it over to Eric Ryba, just came in the ball game. Goes off the screen of Ryba into the paint, and he gives to Jalen Stewart. Three-pointer no good. Rebounded by Ross, and he lost it. And it's picked up by Wagler, and here he comes, front court right.
Huskies have missed their last 4 3-pointers.
Right sideline, Wagler guarded by Ross. Wants to go down low to Ivisic. He's got Ryba on his hip. Ivisic spins into the paint. Lost it, and off of Ryba and out of bounds.
Did you think that was off Illinois? I did. Right in front of us.
It was close. It was close. Dan Hurley wants to review it maybe. Let's see what he says.
His son Drew is the one in charge of those replays on the bench.
All right, not going to do it. Not going to do it. It was off Ryba's knee. All right, Wagler looking to inbound the ball, and he gets it into Ivisic, Tomislav, and back to Wagler. Tries the right sideline, and he's fouled by Ryba reaching in. So that is UConn's fifth team foul.
Ryba played really well against Illinois as Terrace Reed was coming back from the ankle injury. 8.7 rebounds in 22 minutes. Missed a couple of three-pointers, too. He's been foul-prone this year, but the last 3 games, he has a total of 3 fouls. Now he's got 4.
Wagler inbound to our right on the baseline. He gets it in to Mirkovic, and he is fouled by Stewart. So now we're getting whistle after whistle.
I think that was a good call. In fact, took part of the nose with that foul.
Mirkovic is a big freshman, 6'9", 250. Played with the professional team SC Derby. And here is Wagler up a moving screen, and a three-pointer goes in. 18-15.
You're right about the screen. It wiped out Demery.
Yeah, Mirkovic. Here's Demery to front court. Being guarded by Stojakovic. He blows by Stojakovic. Ross for 3. And Ross knocks down another one. Back-to-back by Ross. He and Mullins are the only 2 who've been able to hit from distance. UConn 21-15. All right, see Ivisic to give us up to Wagler. Wagler back to Ivisic, and they dump it down low. Boswell's in the paint, working on Mullins. He puts it up, wild shot, it goes in. He's able to slice through the UConn defense. 21-17 UConn. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first. Here's Demery being guarded by Stojakovic, very handsy. NBA style from the 90s. Gives it to Demery on the left wing. And Mullins gives back to Demery. They kick it to Mullins in the right corner. Step back by Mullins. No good. Rebounded by Stojakovic. And it bounces into Wagler's hands, and he'll dribble to the front court. Wagler kicks it over to Ivisic, who drives with his left hand over Ryba, and a foul is called on Ryba. And UConn, right now, with Ryba in the game, can't stop fouling. That is the 7th foul.
And here's
we got 9:21 to go, and Ivisic, Tomislav is going to get 2 free throws and a shooting foul.
And here's why that's important. That's the 2nd foul on Eric Ryba. They need his size as the freshman checks in at 7'1", 260 to go against this Illinois team, which has the tallest roster in the country. So right now they're keeping him in, but he's going to come out after the free throw with Reed said to check back in.
All right, Illinois already 5 of 6 from the line. UConn 1 of 1. So that was a key category because Illinois very good at the free throw line, and they get there a lot. Right now that's keeping them in the game. 21-18 UConn.
It's funny how you mentioned that Andrei Stojakovic, all hands like the 90s. Well, his dad was an NBA player back in the 90s and actually a little after the 90s. 3-time NBA All-Star. Won the NBA championship in 2011. Karan Butler of UConn was on that team as well.
Full court pressure by Illinois, but Fairbank gets it in quickly to Demery after the 2 free throws went in. 21-19 UConn. And you can hear the Illinois crowd here. Feels like it's 3/4 of the 72,000. In the near corner, Mullins backs away, wants to get it to Reed. He gets it to Terrace, who faces up, being pushed, being shoved by Ivisic, double teamed. He works inside, and finally a foul is called. Now that is a good move by Terrace, challenging the big man, Tomislav Ivisic, who eventually fouled him. So UConn will inbound the ball on the baseline, get 20 seconds to shoot.
And about 50,000 people in this building booed. All wearing orange.
All right, it's Demery Jr. to inbound the ball. Now they're looking at the replay, and they're still booing. They get it into Reed on the baseline left. Reed out front to Caravan. Starts right, back to Mullins. Mullins drives baseline, floater, air ball. Rebound by Mirkovic. And so Illinois into the front court right. Mirkovic guarded by Karaban. Long three by Mirkovic. No good. Missed badly. But a long rebound comes to Wagler. Wagler now guarded by Demery. Starts to his right. Stepped out of bounds on the sideline. Still has it. He kicks it to Boswell in the paint, who missed a short one. And the rebound, Ross. Quickly to the front court. Jaden Ross. Dribble penetration on the baseline. Jumper short. And it's rebounded by Mirkovic.
Huskies have missed 7 of the last 8 shots.
Now Mirkovic got a couple rebounds, and here he is. He handles. Guarded by Karaban on the left wing. Gives to Boswell. He's got Ross in front of him. Now they skip it over to Tomislav Ivisic, and they play catch. Boswell starts to his right. Wants to pull up and shoot a three. It's batted down by Ross. Ivisic for three. Good. Straight away. So the left-hander, the junior, who averages 10 points a game, gives Illinois a lead, 22-21. There's Mullins, front court left. Being checked by Jake Davis. He gives to Reed. Now spinning Demery left wing with it off the handoff. Skips it over to Ross, down low to Reed. Being pushed and shoved by Ivisic. Digs the left shoulder in. Spins inside. Hands off. And it's Karaban's shot blocked. Demery gave it to him. Boswell attacks the rim all the way to the basket. He floats it up and he missed it. It's batted around and Reed got the rebound. Outlets to Demery, front court left in front of the Illinois bench. Starts back to his left. Demery, long three, straight away. Back rim no good. Chased down by Mullins. Mullins gives to Karaban in the right corner. Karaban dribble penetration back to Demery. Demery on a dribble penetration, has the ball knocked loose. Back in Mullins' hands, dives down low. He gives it to Reed. Reed double teamed, and he is blocked. And there was a little contact. In fact, Tomislav Ivisic is holding his wrist, but no whistle.
Huskies 1 for the last 11. The one make was a three-pointer by Ross.
Here's Wagler, front court to our left, off a handoff from Tomislav Ivisic. He's got Demery in front of him. Wagler, shake and bake. Three by Wagler. No good, air ball. UConn ball. So the timeout, under 8 minutes, 6:25 to go. UConn trailing 22-21. UConn men's basketball brought to you by JT Gamo Hartford and JTGamo.com, Connecticut's #1 place for tux rentals, custom fit suits, and men's fashion. For Brown, Panderas, and Scott, Huskies trailing 22-21 with 6:25 to go here in the first half. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, this is UConn men's NCAA semifinal basketball on Learfield.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls.
Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to LazFly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. LazFly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. LazFly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of UConn Athletics.
Hey, it's Mike Monaco.
And Chrissy Monaco. You know, champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask UConn's Alex Karaban and Ashlyn Shade. They count on Monaco Ford for performance, reliability, and a team that's got their back.
From the tough F-150 to the versatile Explorer and the thrilling Mustang, we've got the lineup built for winners.
Visit us in Glastonbury or Niantic today.
Or start your deal online at MonacoFord.com.
That's MonacoFord.com.
This is UConn men's basketball in the Final Four. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location in Indianapolis.
Westwood Lawn and the Varsity Network bring you every moment of March all the way to Indianapolis for the hometown call you love. The only place to stream your team's broadcast all postseason is the Varsity Network app. Download the free Varsity Network app today. So quite a turnaround by Illinois, 13-3 run. UConn goes cold And the Fighting Illini now leads by 1 with 6:25 to go in the half.
2 keys I gave before the opening tap included rebounding and three-point shooting. Well, right now, Illinois leading the rebounding 15-14. Harris Reed has 5 of those rebounds for UConn. He's also got 7 points. Braylon Mullins got 2 early threes. And yesterday, I asked Mullins about the recent dominance by Terrace Reed Jr.
Yeah, I mean, we knew Terrace was capable of doing this, and I think just trying to instill that confidence throughout the year, because, I mean, it's just been, he's had so much growth, especially with this year, and he's been so dominant in this tournament, and we need him to stay consistent like that. But yeah, it helps everybody on the perimeter. It's just like when you throw the ball down there, he draws so much attention that you can just, it gets yourself free up on the outside the three-point line. So just trying to find a window for him if he ever needs to throw the ball back out to the three-point line.
4 games in the NCAA tournament. Reed has averaged 20 points a game and 13.5 rebounds a game. He leads UConn here with 7 points. He also has 5 rebounds. Demery's got 6.
Reed, the second man in 50 years of NCAA tournament play to average those numbers in his first 4 games. Right now he's got 7 points, 5 rebounds. Demery has 6 boards for the Huskies, but he's gone 0 for 4 from 3. Still battling back from a high ankle sprain, not 100%. I think that affects your shooting. He made 2 huge ones against Duke, though, last weekend in Washington.
Huskies started 7 of 13. They're 1 for 11 since, and that's given Illinois its first lead.
All right, Mullins going to work across the timeline. The freshman against Stojakovic. High post handoff Reed. Here's Demery out front, now to Caravan. Now he fires it in the near corner to Mullins. It's no good front rim. It's rebounded by Demery, who keeps it alive and knocks it off of Illinois, but it caught Demery's foot on the way out. So, Illinois basketball.
The other thing, Illinois has been shooting a little better lately. Not great, though, but they are right now 7 for 20 from the floor, and they've missed a lot of open shots. If those open looks go in, UConn's in trouble.
Here's Wagler. Walks it across the timeline. It's guarded by Demery. Starts to his left on the left sideline. Picked up by Mullins on a switch. Now he starts back. Stays on the left wing outside the arc. Crossover. They go pick and roll. Mirkovic, mid-range, almost airballed it. And it's rebounded by Caravan. And a foul is called on Mirkovic for reaching in. And that was not smart. That is his first. That was, no way was he getting the ball out of Caravan's hands. And so the Huskies have it. Now Illinois has 5 team fouls.
First rebound by Caravan, who's 0 for 3, missing a pair of threes.
Here's Demery. Left wing, foul line extended. High post handoff Reed. Now right side Caravan. Caravan back to Mullins. Mullins on the left wing outside the arc. Looks to Reed. Gets to Reed. Reed pounds it down low. Little jump hook. In and out. And rebounded by Zvonimir Ivicic. He hands to Wagler. Wagler to the front court. On the left sideline. Spins behind the moving screen of Mirkovic. And now keeps it and fires it right to Stojakovic. Stojakovic trying to blow by Ball. Good D by Ball. And Reed blocked him, and a foul is called. And Stojakovic is trouble one-on-one. That's his thing. He just goes one-on-one and with a spin dribble. Reed came to help, and there was contact made.
He beats Solo Ball at dribble. Coach Hurley was talking yesterday, though, about he thinks Ball has played pretty well defensively recently. The problem is his shooting. His shooting's been way off. 3 of his last 25 from three-point range. And he's still bothered by that wrist injury suffered against Butler and Hartford back in December.
And Stojakovic bangs another one off the glass and misses a free throw.
There's his dad.
Page is here. Did a bunch of NBA games with him way back when he was with Sacramento, and they had so many good teams. And here's the second one from Stojakovic, in and out. And the rebound is Demery. Wow, Stojakovic has missed 3 of them. And Demery walks it across the timeline right to left. Stojakovic at 5. Here's Ball in the near corner. Out front to Caravan. Caravan trying to go down low to Reed. Makes the catch. Reed to his left hand. He's able to make the little jump hook. You get it to him in the right spot. He's so tough to stop. And Reed now with 9. UConn up 1, 23-22. First bucket in 9 attempts by UConn.
Caravan not scoring, but that's his second assist.
Here's Wagler. Outside the arc, picked up by Ball on a switch. Wagler with a crossover. Another crossover. Mullins tries to help on defense. He attacks inside. Karaban takes it away from him. He stole it. Demery on a run out to Mullins. Mullins to the basket. Lays it in. He reversed it. And he's fouled. Oh, man. Braylon the Kid back home on a great drive and a chance for a three-point play. That's our Monaco Ford Championship drive, courtesy of Monaco Ford in Glastonbury and Niantic. Shop like a champion online anytime at MonacoFord.com.
And it all started with the captain, Alex Karaban, getting the steal on the freshman Wagler, and he's able to get the ball out for the fast break, and eventually Mullins finishes it off.
All right, Mullins on the line. UConn just their second attempt.
That's 2 fouls on Merkowitz, their leading rebounder, at 11 a game in Big Ten games.
And Mullins off the front rim with the soft touch, and it drops. 25-22. UConn, 4:10 to go in the first half. 26-22. All right, Wagler, front court between the rings, guarded by Ball. Starts to his right, turns the corner, attacks Ball, jerks his head up, lays it up and in. So Wagler, a nice drive, 26-24 now, and he's got 8. Here's Malachi Smith, front court left, picked up by Boswell, starts to his right, now back to his left, with a left-hand dribble. Malachi back to Mullins on the left wing. Mullins pounces down low to Reed. Reed working inside, lost the ball, regains it. Double move and a jump hook, good. Oh, Terrace Reed, a sleight of hand, and the big fella, T-Rex, gives UConn a 4-point lead, 28-24. First man in double figures.
Fake to his right, came back to the left for the hook.
Wagler between the rings, guarded by Ball. Starts to his right, picked up by Karaban on a switch, wants to shoot it, puts his head down, fires a three, high arcing, no good, missed everything. Rebound came to Boswell. Boswell tries a three, it's no good, and it's rebounded by, let's say, who is it? It's off of Illinois. Well, the Illini crashing the boards, but couldn't come up with it, and UConn goes to the under 4-minute timeout, leading 28-24. How'd you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? SyncMyGame.com, the way to do it. SYNCMyGame.com. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, this is UConn NCAA semifinal championship basketball on Learfield.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the UConn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank UConn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at PowerStationEvents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
We'll return to Indianapolis in 60 seconds. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Coming to you tonight from our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location here in Indianapolis, Lucas Oil Stadium, 72,000 plus on hand. Tough ticket because we're a couple-hour drive from Illinois, and you got Michigan not far away, and, of course, Arizona from way out west and Connecticut on the East Coast.
We talked before the opening tap about Silas Demery, Coach Hurley says he's about 90% now on that bad left ankle. He's 1 for 5 shooting, got 2 points, but he has a team-high 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And yesterday, he talked about the status of that ankle.
I'm going to be as effective as my body allows me to. Like Coach say, 90%. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer. So I'm going to go out there and just try to give it my all, give it my best, and impact the game in any type of way I can to help us get a win.
Huskies gave up a 13-3 run to Illinois, and they've answered that with a 7-2 run of their own. A couple of those hoops by Terrace Reed, the other the fast break 3-point play by Braylon Mullins after the Caravan steal.
All right, Malachi off the inbounds, dribbles to the front court, and gives it up to Ball on the right sideline in front of the Illinois bench. Back over to Caravan, and now Malachi has it guarded by Boswell. Out front the Ball, long-range 3, Solo, oh, he buried it. Oh, man, that was NBA range from Solo. And UConn 31-24. That's their 5th 3 of the night.
Straight on, top of the circle. Malachi Smith got the assist.
Stojakovic guarded by Mullins. Faces up. Drop step. Attacks inside. Over Reed. Missed the shot. Tipped up, no. Battered around. And who's got it? Malachi Smith. Smith quickly to the front court on the right sideline. UConn gang rebounding. They got to do that against this team that is huge. They give it up to Ball. Ball dribble penetration. Gives to Caravan. Deep in the corner. Caravan. Bang! He got it! Oh, Alex! Captain America has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. 34-24 UConn.
Biggest lead for the Huskies. Caravan's first 3 since the big one with a minute to go last week.
Avicic with an answer, and he has it. The left-hander, he is not shy. Quickly hits a 3. 34-27. He's got 8. Wagler's got 8. 16 of their 27 points. Malachi Smith from court left, under 2 minutes to play. First half, Malachi starts left. Back to his right now with a right-hand dribble. Now he fires it over to Reed, high post left. Reed faces up, hands the ball. Ball into the paint. Pull-up jumper by Ball, no good. And it's rebounded by Ben Hummerkaus.
The Huskies had made 5 straight shots after missing 12 of 13.
Avicic again for 3, no good. And a rebound. Mullins had the ball knocked out of his hands. Caravan hustles, dives. Who has it? It's off of UConn. Wow. I'll tell you what, it's getting wild under those boards, and we got a great look at it right here courtside across from the UConn bench.
Alex really did hustle on that play. He went for it and couldn't quite contain it, and they knocked it out of bounds off of him.
Jaden Ross in, Malachi Smith out, Demery Jr. in, Ball out, and Mullins stays in with Reed. So Illinois to inbound the ball across from us next to Dan Hurley on the bench.
That little flurry of offensive rebounding a moment ago by Illinois gives them a 21-18 rebounding edge.
Here's Stojakovic. He hands to Wagler. Turns the corner on Demery. He falls down. He lost the ball. And no foul was called. A turnover by Wagler.
Just the second turnover by Illinois, which takes very good care of the ball. And here we are with 1:13 to go in the first half. UConn does not have a turnover.
All right, here's Demery across the timeline, right to left. Gives it up in the left wing to Caravan, gets it back. Fires to Mullins on the right. Far corner, it's Reed. Back out front to Demery. A minute to go in the first half. Demery holds. Starts to his right. Now back to his left with a left-hand dribble outside the arc. Now to Caravan. Caravan trying to go down low to Reed. They can't do it. Now Demery starts left. It's Mullins. Got to launch a long 3. Mullins banked it in. Oh, he went to the bank. He didn't call glass. He banked it in.
That was about 5 feet closer than the one he had to beat Duke Sunday.
UConn, wow, 37-27 Mullins. Oh, my goodness. Here's Wagler. Turns the corner on Demery. All the way to the basket, and he lays it in. He's so good at that. Wagler has 10. First man in double figures for Illinois. 12 for Mullins, 11 for Reed. 20 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. Demery between the rings. Going to run all the time out. Off the screen of Caravan, starts to his right, guarded by Walker, back to his left. Demery into the paint, gives it on a bounce. It's Caravan. Ross has a jump ball as they tied him up at the top of the jump. And the held ball is going to go to Illinois with 2.9 seconds left in the half. So they've got time here.
Yeah, Hummerkaus got him from behind, got the block from behind on the dunk attempt by Ross. And because UConn won the opening tap, arrow points Illinois' way. And Ron Groover tells Dan Hurley, get back on the sideline off the court. Just a warning.
Hummerkaus into the front court. He throws up a three, hits the top of the rim, the backboard rather. That ends the half. So UConn somehow ends up leading 37-29 in the first half, where Illinois shot 10 of 29. UConn made 7 threes. And that last Mullins bank three, you don't see that very often.
And during the halftime, we're going to take a visit to the great Luke Murray, the UConn assistant coach, who's now the head coach at Boston College. He's here. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, we're back. Stay with us. The halftime report with Paul Roper coming up next, presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott. This is UConn basketball at the NCAA semifinals here from Learfield.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Planning a move? Let Lippincott Van Lines, the official mover of the UConn Huskies, take the worry and stress out of your relocation. Whether you're moving across the country, across the world, or just across the street, Lippincott Van Lines will handle your packing, moving, and storage needs with the care and quality they deserve. If the UConn Huskies football team can trust Lippincott to get their gear to the field on time, you can trust them to get your items where they need to be. Call Lippincott Van Lines today for a free estimate at 800-245-8563.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or just a Hail Mary? I'm Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner at Johnson Brunetti. As the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies, we've helped over 7,000 families navigate and thrive in retirement. Level up your financial playbook by visiting johnsonbrunetti.com for free financial planning resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement, your financial playmaker. Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JV Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JV Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
20 minutes are in the books. This is the Husky Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll recap the first half and check scores from across the country. Now, let's go to the Learfield Network studios.
Well, the Huskies have an 8-point lead at halftime in the national semifinal against the Fighting Illini in front of a partisan crowd, clad mostly in orange, also some maize and blue mixed in there as well. A Big Ten flavor in Big Ten country in Indiana, but it's UConn with a 37-29 lead, thanks to 12 points from Braylon Mullins picking up from where he left off against the Duke Blue Devils. We'll take a look at some of the scorers around the professional ranks as we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification, presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott. You're listening to UConn men's basketball from Learfield. We will start with Major League Baseball. Red Sox in action against the Padres. Right now, the Red Sox down to their final out as they trail 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth inning as Mason Miller is coming in for the save for the San Diego Padres. Yankees will take on the Marlins in a matter of moments from the Bronx as the Yankees are off to a 6-1 start. Marlins are 5-2. It's Ryan Weathers for the Yankees against Max Meyer of the Marlins. And the Mets will take the field at 9:05 in San Francisco, looking to go back above 500 after taking the opener in San Francisco last night. The Mets 4-4, the Giants 3-5. Clay Holmes against Landon Ralph the pitching matchup in that one. Over on the ice, Boston Bruins a 1-0 lead at the end of 2 periods. Casey Middlestat with his 15th goal of the year, for the game's only goal in Tampa Bay against the Lightning. The Rangers with a 4-1 victory over the Red Wings, thanks to a hat trick, first of his career for Gabe Perreault, as the Islanders will take on the Hurricanes at 7 o'clock later tonight, and the Canadiens taking on the Devils in New Jersey. That game also dropping the puck in a matter of moments. Only 3 games in the association today. Pistons and Sixers about to tip off in a matter of moments in South Philly. Heat defeat the Wizards, where defense is optional in both of these games. 152-136 for the Heat over the Wizards. Nuggets over the Spurs, 136-134 in overtime. One game to come later tonight, our other semifinal matchup of 1 seeds, Michigan taking on Arizona. That game will tip off after ours to punch the second and final ticket into Monday's national championship game. After 20 minutes in Indianapolis, it's UConn 37, Illinois 29. We'll recap the first half after these messages presented by Brian Pandeiros and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball from Learfield.
UConn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
UConn Health, Connecticut's only public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement.
UConn Health, we're delivering care that changes the game for athletes and for everyone.
Learn more at uconhealth.org.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls.
Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Paul Roper back in the Learfield Network studios at halftime from Indianapolis with the Final Four. UConn 37, Illinois 29. Let's recap the first half highlights. Braylon Mullins picking up where we left off after his heroic shot in Washington, D.C.
Demery starts right up a screen by Reed. Backs away. Now he looks to Mullins. Mullins turns and fires a three. Got another one. Back to back by Mullins. Oh, man, he's made 3 in a row now, including Duke.
8-2 UConn. Then the Illini score the next 5 points to cut the deficit down to 1. That was followed by a 10-2 UConn run. Harris Reed caps it off with a dunk to lead to an Illinois timeout.
13.5 to go in the first half. Demery, front court left, top of the three-point arc. Illinois in the look of a zone. Caravan tries to drive inside. He gives it to Reed, and Reed rocks the rim.
18-9 Huskies, and that was a well-called timeout for Coach Underwood because the Illini go on a 13-3 run to take their first lead of the game.
Boswell starts to his right. Wants to pull up and shoot a three. It's batted down by Ross. Ivisic for three. Good. Straight away. So the left-hander, the junior, who averages 10 points a game, gives Illinois a lead, 22-21.
It winds up being their only lead of the first half because then the Huskies close out the half on a 16-7 run. Braylon the Kid coming with an and one as he has a team-high 12 points at halftime.
Wagler with a crossover. Another crossover. Mullins trying to help on defense. He attacks inside. Caravan takes it away from him. He stole it. Demery on a run out to Mullins. Mullins to the basket, lays it in. He reversed it, and he's fouled.
And the Huskies grab their first double-digit lead at 34-24 as Alex Caravan gets in the fold with the Huskies' sixth three-pointer of the first half.
Ball dribble penetration, gives to Caravan, deep in the corner. Caravan, bang, he got it. Oh, Alex, Captain America has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. 34-24, UConn.
Huskies shoot 7 of 18 from long range in the first half. The Illini 3 of 14. And at the break, it's UConn 37, Illinois 29. Wayne Norman has the rest of the first half stats and more from Indianapolis after the break. Presented by Brown, Payne, Dearest, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball from Learfield.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. As one of the area's leading commercial lenders, we place a priority on helping local business owners build and grow their businesses, big or small. Because our lenders live and work in the markets we serve, our homegrown expertise can help create opportunities for local businesses to thrive. If your current banking relationship is leaving you wanting more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Laz Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Laz Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time, every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Laz Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of UConn Athletics.
Listen closely. Did you hear that? That's the sound of employees being productive. They're so efficient because they partnered with Xerox to manage workplace technology. From advanced printers to automating your workflows to IT solutions, our local experts ensure your business runs smoothly. Visit us at Xerox.com/UConn. Xerox. We make work work.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Halftime here at the Final Four at Indianapolis with UConn on top of Illinois, 37-29. Illinois took its only lead with a 13-3 run, 22-21. UConn answered right back, though, with a big run of 13-2, and they closed the half on a 16-7 run. UConn in that first half, led by the freshman Braylon Mullins from nearby Greenfield, Indiana, half an hour east of here. 12 points, 3 of 5 from three-point range. Terrace Reed Jr. had 11 points, 5 rebounds. Alex Caravan had 3 points, 1 rebound, and including 1 big steal. Solo Ball had 3. Silas Demery had 2 points, but a team-high 7 rebounds and a team-high 5 assists. Jaden Ross had 6 off the bench, pair of 3-pointers. Malachi Smith picked up 2 fouls, had no points. Jalen Stewart, Eric Ryba did not score in the first half. While for Illinois, they were led in scoring by the freshman, Keaton Wagler. He had 10 points. David Merkovich had 2, also picked up 2 fouls. Jake Davis started, didn't score. Tomislav Ivisic had 8. Kylan Boswell had 4 off the bench. They got 5 from Andrei Stojakovic. No points by Hummerhouse and Zvonimir Ivicevic. Illinois shot 10 of 29, 35%, 3 for 14 from 3, 6 of 9 from the line. UConn 14 of 34, 41%, as they made 6 of the last 8 shots of the half. Huskies were 7 of 18 from three-point range. Remember, they began 1 for 18 against Duke last Sunday and 2 for 2 from the line. With a late flurry, Illinois out-rebounds UConn 22-18 in the first half with 6 offensive rebounds, good for 2 Illini's second-chance points. Huskies had 4 offensive rebounds, good for 5 second-chance points. UConn had 9 assists on 14 turnovers, and Illinois had just 1 assist on 10 field goals. I think I said that wrong with UConn. UConn 9 assists on 14 field goals, but that 1 assist is remarkable, just showing how they're exploiting matchups. Illinois had only 2 turnovers in the first half, good for 6 UConn points. Huskies, no turnovers in the first half. They had no turnovers in the second, 1 turnover in the second half against Duke last Sunday night. So, of course, Illinois got no points off turnovers. Huskies had 1 steal and 1 block, and Illinois had no steals and 4 blocks in the first half. Points in the paint, 14-12 UConn. Officially no fast break points. I disagree with that, but I don't keep the stats here. And bench scoring, UConn 6 and Illinois had 5. Huskies' biggest lead 10 twice in the final minutes of the first half. Huskies had an 8-0 run. Illinois had a 7-0 run, and UConn led 15 minutes and 14 seconds of the first half. Illinois led for 3:10. His final weekend coaching at UConn, he's been such a major impact on the Huskies, has been assistant coach Luke Murray, who's now the head coach at Boston College. And after that incredible win by UConn over Duke, 2 days later he's up at Boston College on Tuesday at his initial press conference. We play this because of his comments he made about the University of Connecticut.
I kind of want to start by acknowledging where I'm coming from. And I know, based on sort of what I've heard on social media and some people that have come up to me, the University of Connecticut is not the most beloved program around here. So please, I'm going to try to serve as a conduit of peace and try to bring everybody together. I've already started working on the UConn side of things, so I'm going to do my job here in Boston as well to try to mend some fences. But I just want to acknowledge the University of Connecticut and Coach Hurley, Dave Benedict, our athletic director at UConn. UConn really changed my life and changed my family's life. When Coach Hurley offered me the opportunity to come back to Connecticut 5 years ago, I know for certain that I wouldn't be sitting here in front of all of you and with Blake and this entire BC community if not for my time at UConn over the course of the last 5 years. Again, I'm so thankful and appreciative. Coach Hurley gave me my first chance to be an assistant basketball coach when I was 24 years old, and probably totally undeserving of the opportunity at the time. But, I started there. I got $8,000 for the year. I sort of slept on the floor of my office. I shared with 2 other people. We had one school credit card that we passed around to every person in the athletic department. So if I wanted to go recruiting, I had to find the lacrosse coach who was off campus. But we made it work, and it was a special time for me. I learned a ton from Coach Hurley. And, I turned 41 tomorrow. So I would say for the last 17 years, he's been as impactful as any person in my life, outside of my immediate family here. And so I'm so grateful for him and all that he's taught me. And, I hope I can do him proud here. The players and the coaches that I've worked with at Connecticut as well, the assistant coaches, Kamani Young, Mike Nardi, Tom Moore, all of our support staff, our student managers, they play a huge role in our success every single day. I think sometimes when these sort of events take place, it's really easy to sort of make it about yourself. But I know for certain that I wouldn't be here if not for those coaches and those support staff members, and most significantly the players. The guys like Donovan Klingen and Alex Caravan and Stephon Castle and Cam Spencer and Liam McNeely, and the other night Braylon Mullins making a big shot for us. So those guys make it a reality for all of us as coaches, and so I'm deeply grateful for the time that I've spent with them, for them allowing me the opportunity to be their coach, and it's been a huge part of my journey.
Luke Murray turned 41 on Wednesday, April Fool's Day, 41 on 4-1. And Coach Dan Hurley talked about how this week Murray's been balancing being the head coach at Boston College and still being an assistant coach at UConn.
Luke, he was unique because he doesn't sleep anyway. The guy is, he's at it nonstop. So, he's doing a great job at just balancing his responsibilities, getting the staff hired, starting to figure out his roster, while also being prepared to have us ready for Monday, if we're fortunate enough to be playing. So, but he's obsessed. He's a sick, obsessed guy. So that doesn't need much sleep. So he's able to, balance it pretty good.
And while we've got Coach Hurley discussing other people, his thoughts on the captain, Alex Caravan.
It's like hiring a babysitter for your team, and he just babysits your team for 4.5 years. I mean, he's been the best babysitter, and I guess now we're paying him in NIL. I mean, he babysits them. I mean, he's the greatest problem solver you'll ever have in practice, in game, and then like the tone he sets for your culture with his work habits, the peer pressure that puts on everyone in the organization when your best player works as hard as he does. It just puts enormous pressure on everyone to stay out of Ted's at night, and which is a bar on campus, and to be in the gym shooting.
And the babysitter is 18-1. For UConn in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to replace those two. Luke Murray, the last 5 years, 2 championship rings. Alex Karaban as well with 2 rings. And the Huskies trying to get to a championship game. They got 20 minutes to do it. They lead 37-29 at halftime. From Brown Paint, Darris and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the UConn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank UConn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at powerstationevents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Connecticut. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Connecticut and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Connecticut.
We're back here in Indianapolis, the Final Four semifinal game. UConn leading 37-29 at halftime. Keaton Wagler, their fabulous freshman, had 10 to lead them. Only man in double figures. He's just the 4th freshman ever in a Final Four to come in leading his team in scoring. Jalen Rose in 92 did it for Michigan. Brandon Knight did it in 2011. And Cooper Flagg last year for Duke led his team in scoring as freshman. Only 4 guys have done it. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman here with engineer Alex Green from our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location. The second half just about to begin. And UConn leads by 8 to start. But Illinois showed the propensity to be able to start to score in bunches. They outscored UConn 13-3 at one point in that first half and got right back in it and took the lead in the game. So they're very capable.
Alex Karaban, a quiet first half with 3 points, but he triggered that UConn comeback after the 13-3 Illinois run. He had an assist on a hook shot by Terrace Reed, and right after that got the steal, setting up a Braylon Mullins fast break and a free throw. Huskies went on to go on a 13-2 run.
All right, Demery gives to Karaban on the left wing. Back to ball. They pound it down low to Reed. Reed double team. Back to Karaban. Now ball for 3 straight away and no good. Rebound Karaban. Karaban puts a shot up and he's fouled. How did he get there from the left wing outside the arc to get to the offensive glass? And there's an example of what Karaban does even when he doesn't score. And he averaged almost 18 points in the first 4 games of this tournament. He gets to the rim, gets a second chance, and 2 free throws.
So much talk about what a good offensive rebounding team Illinois is, but UConn actually has more offensive rebounds in this game now. Actually, I'm sorry, the other way around. Illinois has got 6 offensive rebounds, UConn has 5, but still that's pretty good for a UConn team going against this really tall, good rebounding Illinois team as Karaban goes to the free throw line, as he has made 19 of his last 20 before these free throws.
17 wins as a starter in the tournament. Bobby Hurley has 18. Christian Laettner 21 as Karaban makes both free throws. Huskies lead it 39-29. Just underway here in the second half. Kylan Boswell dribbles into the front court left. They'll shoot at the basket with their own benches. The Illini. Here's Wagler attacking Karaban. Karaban blocked him and a foul is called. Now, Karaban, I thought, fouled him before the shot was attempted. But Wagler's getting 2 free throws here. And, boy, Demery got leveled by a screen that time from Mirkovic. Right in the chops he got it. So Wagler shoots to the basket on our left. And the free throw's up, and it's good.
Foul number 1 on Karaban.
39-29. I mean, so many superlatives about Karaban. It's just crazy. He's averaging over 15 points in 3 of these 4 NCAA games. He had never scored 15 or more in his previous previous appearances. 14 games in the NCAA tournament. 2 free throws by Wagler. And Karaban gets it in. to Ball against full court pressure, and he hands to Demery. 39-31 UConn, half a minute into the second half. Here's Mullins on the right sideline, back out front to Caravan. Now it's Ball, handing to Demery on the left wing. Demery, screened by Reed, wants to pick and roll with him. Demery shoots a three, got it. That's what he's got to do. If they give it to him, you got to make it. And Silas has been able to make one. 1 for 5 now. UConn 42-31.
Biggest lead.
All right, Wagler, front court left. Attacks Demery, gives it back out front to Mirkovic. Gets it back. Starts to his right. Demery trying to stay in front of him. Now Caravan on a switch. Wagler into the paint. Attacks, puts it up, jump hook, and he rolls it in. What a soft touch for the freshman. And he can get on a heater, we know that. 42-33. UConn with the lead. Wagler had 25 against Iowa in this tournament. Here's Reed, top of the three-point arc. Gives it up to Ball, who curls left, and on a little weave, it's back to Demery Jr. Demery Jr. now to Mullins for three. Straight away about Mullins, back rim, no good. Reed tapped it, and no good. It was rebounded that time by Tomislav Ivicic. And he hands to Boswell. Boswell down low, and a foul before the shot. As Mirkovic was at a mismatch there with Demery. I believe it's on Demery. That would be his second.
No, they got Mullins for his second.
All right, either way, Mullins was trying to guard him, and Mirkovic did a good job of fending him off.
It was that spin move Mirkovic made on the right baseline that got him the foul.
Inbound to Mirkovic, top of the key. Ball over his head, guarded by Caravan. Left-hand dribble, lost the ball, regains it, left sideline, outside the arc. Double team for the moment. Has to fire it back to Jake Davis, and they get it to him, and now the ball deflected out of bounds with 6 seconds to shoot by the UConn defense. So it'll be left sideline to our left in the front court for Illinois. Kylan Boswell, the senior guard from Champaign, Illinois, to inbound. And he looks and he gets it into Wagler. Wagler tries to work by Demery. Now picked up by Reed on a switch, and a foul was called as Wagler made a shot.
They got Reed out near the top of the circle.
That's 2 on Reed, and Dan Hurley has a look on his face like I do. Incredulity, if that's a word. I think it is.
I think, Mike, it speaks to how well Reed's been playing, that he's been avoiding foul trouble lately as well. Ryback came in and got 2 quick fouls.
Here's Wagler again, goes between his feet, and now he lost the ball. Now he's on the floor and took it away. Caravan off the pass to the basket, missed the shot. Rebounded, and a foul is called on Illinois. And that was right in front of us, Wayne, and I don't know about that one either. David Mirkovic has called for it, and if that's the case, that's 3 for him. So Demery stole the ball from Wagler, laying on the ground. He kicked it ahead to Caravan, who went right to the rim. Now Alex is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Illinois only averages 8.8 turnovers per game. They've got 3 in this game, but one of the differences is that UConn still does not have a turnover.
All right, Caravan free throw good. UConn now 5 for 5 from the line. And we've been harping on it most of the season. UConn's free throw shooting average, sometimes below average, but in this tournament, they've stepped it up. Caravan another opportunity. That one is good. UConn back up by 11, 44-33.
Last 8 games coming in before the NCAA tournament and NCAA, they've shot 80%.
All right, here's Wagler. Front court, it's 1-on-1 right now. And he gets Demery to foul him. Oh, boy. This is going to be a long night, Wayne Norman. If we're going to get whistles 40 feet from the basket, every time a player jerks his head back, and Demery's called for it, that's his second. So UConn's got 5 men with 2 fouls right now. All right, Boswell inbounds to Mirkovic. He's guarded by Caravan. Drives the left shoulder in. Double team. Ball comes loose. Demery has it. Ahead to the front court right. Demery pulls up, gives the ball. Ball, crossover, backs away. High post handoff Reed. 3 by Ball. No good off the back rim. Rebounded by Ivicic. Ahead to Mirkovic. And now back to Wagler. Wagler has got Demery in front of him. Fires it left. Mirkovic launches a 3 and he hits. Boy, he can shoot it out there. 38% from 3, and 44-36 UConn, 3 minutes into the second half. And Demery hands to Mullins, being hounded by Jake Davis. Mullins gives back to Demery on the right sideline at the hash. Demery trying to go down low. He goes to Ball. Ball down low to Reed, and it's deflected out of bounds by Tomislav Ivicic with 11 to shoot. And Stojakovic comes in to replace Jake Davis, the junior forward.
A little surprised they didn't give Demery a steal 2 possessions ago, because I thought he clearly had it. They didn't give anybody a steal on that play. Huskies couldn't convert. They're now 1 for 6 in the second half.
That's 4 turnovers for Illinois. They got only 2 assists in the game. UConn 8 assists, no turnovers so far. Here's Demery, top of the arc to Mullins. Mullins dribbles to his right. Double team, puts a floater up, no good. Rebounded by Mirkovic. Well, Mullins now 4 for 10 from the field. Wagler front court left. Drives his right shoulder into Demery. Now Karaman picks him up on a switch. It's Mirkovic. He's working on Demery. Wants to draw the foul. Extends his right hand. They work to Ivicic for 3 over Reed. No good. Rebound Mullins. Reed did a nice job of closing out that time. Ahead to Ball on the pass. Here's Ball for 3 on the right wing. And Solo at the end of the break has now hit 2 threes. And UConn back up by double figures, 47-36.
6 assists for Demery after the Mullins rebound.
Now it's Mirkovic outside guarded by Karaman. Starts to his right. Picked up by Demery on a switch. Gives up his dribble. Now Stojakovic working on Mullins. They dump it down low. Mirkovic one-on-one with Demery. Tries to box him up. And a steal by Mullins. He tried to overwhelm Demery. Stolen by Mullins. To the basket. Mullins lays it up. No! Rebound Stojakovic. And back they come. Stojakovic, front court. And down he goes. And a foul by Mullins. And I guess they call it a trip. Oh, boy.
Mullins missed that shot, and he was trailing the play from behind and wanted to get a steal. His momentum carried him in to create the foul, his 3rd foul.
Well, they sold it well. Give Illinois credit for that one. Coverage of the Huskies brought to you by Brown Panderas and Scott, the proud full-service law firm partner of UConn men's and women's basketball. With BPS Lawyers, you get more than a lawyer. You get a full-service law firm from Brown Panderas and Scott. 15.5 to go. UConn leading 47-36. This is UConn NCAA semifinal championship basketball on Learfield.
Husky pride is in full swing. Academic minds are hard at work and play. As a supporter of all things Husky, Travelers is proud to sponsor UConn and its exciting sports programs. From football to basketball to hockey, we're Husky all the way. Travelers in UConn, committed to the young people who are the future of Connecticut.
UConn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
UConn Health, Connecticut's only public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement.
UConn Health, we're delivering care that changes the game for athletes and for everyone.
Learn more at uconnhealth.org.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls.
Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The UConn Huskies are on the air at the Final Four. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location in Indianapolis.
And with the Jeep Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people with great deals. Visit your local Hartford, New Haven Jeep dealer for a great deal today.
Huskies about scored Illinois in the second half, 10-7 to go up by their biggest lead, 47-36. Thanks to that late three by Solo Ball, his second made three-pointer of the game. Both teams shooting only 38%, but both teams are well known for how hard their offenses are to guard. And yesterday I asked Solo Ball what makes Illinois and UConn's offenses so difficult to defend.
Yeah, I think for us, we have so much movement in our offense and so much screening. That's what makes it hard to guard us. And it's just so many different plays, so many different actions out of our plays that you have to guard. So, I think that's just what makes it so difficult. And for them, they just got so much talent offensively, to be honest, they also set screens and they have, really good bigs and guards, too. So they got a lot of playmaking. and they got a lot of strength down low. So, I mean, they definitely have an ultra-talented team on offense. And when you have guys like that on the floor that can just score like that, I mean, that's just what they do. So
Illinois, the number 1 offensive team in the nation.
All right, here's Wagler, top of the arc, guarded by Jaden Ross, just came in the game. Hands to Boswell. Boswell on the left wing outside the arc, got ball in front of him, puts it on the floor, tacks inside, puts the jump shot up, and banks it in and out. And a rebound, Demery again. He's got 8 of them.
Ball lucky.
He's eating glass.
Ball lucky wasn't called for a foul on it. I thought that was pretty good contact.
Yeah, there was. No whistle. Now here's Demery fouled on the perimeter by Stojakovic, and that's what Stojakovic does defensively. He gets into you, drops a hip at you, puts a little bit of a forearm shiver into you, and that time he got whistled for it.
Now that was not dribble penetration in the lane like we've seen so often this year from Demery. He was more going to his right toward the right sideline. But we haven't seen much penetration at all from Demery since the ankle injury in the Big East Tournament Championship game. But he did draw a foul on penetration late in that Duke comeback. Husky comeback against Duke on
Jake
Sunday
Davis
night.
back in the ball game, and UConn has it with Demery front court right on the right wing. It's guarded by Rickhouse. Gives to Karaban, drives to the basket, and Karaban stuffed it, but it went in and out, and he's fouled to get 2 free throws. And Karaban's got to be a little upset, although Ball's high-fiving him because he went right to the rim off that play, and that was a beautiful play.
All those bench guys for UConn just exploded off the bench that time. This court is raised where we sit right now, which is about halfway up the foul line on the, from the baseline to the right. It probably is about knee-high as we sit here. And they just exploded. You can't really come on the court without stepping up, but they really wanted that dunk to go in for Karaban.
Karaban and the Huskies are 7 for 7 after Alex makes that free throw on the line. He's 5 for 5.
Karaban now is at 24 of his last 25 free throws.
Makes another one. UConn 49-36, biggest advantage. Wagler being hounded by Jaden Ross. Across the timeline, right to left he comes. Right-hand dribble, tries to turn the corner, goes behind his back. Now he spins it to his left. Ross is on him. He's in the baseline. He kicks it back outside to Ivisic. Now it's Stojakovic, dribble penetration on Demery. And Stojakovic scooped it in. Nice drive by, I almost said Peja, but it's Andre. It looked a little bit like Peja there.
Peja's here watching.
He is. Ball front court right. Out front to Demery. Demery now to Reed at the high post right. Gives it back to him on a handoff. It's out front. Karaban for 3 straight away. And no good. Ross went up for the rebound, but he is fouled. He had inside possession, and I think it's Stojakovic, and that's the second one on him. So UConn has 5 team fouls, and Illinois has 5 team fouls, and there's a long way to go in this one. We've had 10 fouls called in the opening 5 minutes plus of the second half.
Good clean look for Karaban. Missed the shot. He's 1 for 4 from 3.
Hard ball gets it in. On the left sideline to Ross. Now he gives it to Reed. High post back to Karaban. Here's Solo. Dribble penetration. It's Demery. A little baseline three-pointer. The ball knocked loose. Stojakovic on a breakout in the open court. He charges inside. He missed the shot. He got his own rebound. And he puts it up, and it doesn't drop in. And who's got it? Karaban came up with it. Outlet ball. Ball holds it up. And Ball now gives it back to Demery. Wow, that was a wild sequence. That ball hung on the rim for a second and a half. 13:50 to go. UConn 49-38. Demery off the high screen of Reed. Left-hand dribble. And a foul is called on Jaden Ross as the flopping Illini. I mean the fighting Illini.
That's a very good line.
Stojakovic.
That's your best line of the year. You saved it for the Final Four.
I've been working on it, and I thought I might be able to use it. All right, Demery's got to come out.
I thought this yesterday when I was thinking of matchups, and I thought Jaden Ross might be on Wagler for a while, and sure enough, this last sequence, he's been on him.
And now Malachi's going to try to guard Wagler. That's a tough matchup.
That was
Wagler's
UConn's first turnover.
Yeah, Wagler's 6'6". Now a switch, Ball has him. He stands out there, he eyes him, starts with a right-hand dribble, back to his left. Ivisic now hands off to Davis. He almost lost it. Wagler recovers it out near the timeline. Going one-on-one with a rag dribble and a 3 over Reed, and he shoots it. It's no good. And a rebound, Davis. They get another 20 seconds. Stojakovic trying to drive the paint. He can't get through. He ends it to Wagler on the left wing. He's got Reed in front of him. Now they go down low to Ivisic on Karaban. Puts up a little jump hook, and that goes in. Tomislav Ivisic with the bucket. He's got 10. Second man in double figures for Illinois. 49-40, and the Fighting Illini crowd comes alive. Here's Ball on the right sideline, out front to Malachi. Malachi drives it left, gives to Reed. Back to Ball. Ball pull-up jumper three. Back rim. And in! Oh! Don Nelson's spirit alive as the Huskies get the bounce. And a triple by Ball. Stojakovic with the Huskies up 52-40. Dribbles to the front court left. Now he starts around the corner. He keeps his dribble. He attacks Reed. He tried to lay it up, and he missed it. It was short. Reed got the board. He gives it up to Demery in the backcourt, working on Davis. Davis with a steal, and Davis is able to get a shot up, and Ball is really upset. He took the ball away from him, and Davis gets to the line to shoot two here. You can't let that happen in the backcourt. Solo, he had his back to his teammates, and Davis did a great job of coming up with it, but he didn't make the basket. He's got to earn two at the free throw line.
Just the second turnover by UConn, but the two have been in the last couple of minutes. UConn played the first 27 minutes of this game without committing a turnover.
All right, Davis, free throw's good. And now Illinois, 9 of 12. Reed's going to come out here for a minute or two as Ryba comes in, and the Huskies need more from Ryba in this case. He played only 2 minutes, and he had two personals. Jalen Stewart comes in as well.
And again, Ryba was really good against Illinois back in November. 8.7 rebounds, played 22 minutes.
All right, it's Davis for a second one. It's up, and it rolls in off the right side of the rim. And Stewart will inbound the ball. He gets it to Malachi Smith. So Stewart, Ball, Ryba, Jaden Ross for UConn. And it's Ross out front with it. Guarded by Stojakovic, gives to Malachi on the left sideline. Malachi, right-hand dribble out front. Fires it right to Ball. Ball steps into a three. No good. And another moving screen by a UConn player. I mean, Jalen Stewart is called for it. And that brings us under 12 minutes. That's a timeout. UConn 52, Illinois 42. UConn basketball brought to you by Johnson Brunetti, proud to be the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this local break. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Discover Dean Cabinetry, trusted for 25 years. Stock custom and semi-custom kitchens built for your budget. Scheduled today at deancabinetry.com, a proud local sponsor of the UConn Sports Network. Bill Murray, one of the biggest fans for UConn basketball, of course, because of Luke Murray's association the last 5 years. Follows us around on the road quite a bit. He's here again tonight and apparently said that Luke gave him the tickets if only he'd keep quiet because he's an Illinois grad. And so far, from what we can see, he's staying relatively quiet.
And they put them in on a big picture of the big screen of Bill Murray, and the Illinois crowd booed him. The former Illinois guy is now going for the Huskies. And I talked to Bill Murray last week. We had him briefly in our postgame show after the comeback win against Duke. And I said, look, you become a UConn fan. Now your son's going to be the head coach at Boston College. You still going to be following and coming to UConn games? He said yes. Meanwhile, the Huskies have found the three-point range. They've made 10 three-pointers in this game. Did Ryba just commit a foul? All right. And that is the first time since the first game of the Big East tournament that UConn has had double-figure three-pointers.
All right, the inbound to Wagler, front court left. He's guarded by Ross. Gives it up front, gets it back. Ryba switches on him. Wagler has to keep up his dribble. He fires left to Stojakovic, who attacks Jalen Stewart, puts it up off balance. No good. Batted around, but Illinois came up with it, except they were standing on the baseline, so UConn gets possession. After Stojakovic missed a point blanker right there. So the Huskies by 10, 11.5 to go in the ballgame. Malachi Smith, Jalen Stewart, solo ball, Eric Ryba, and Jaden Ross. The Huskies have one starter on the court right now. Here's Ross out front to Malachi off the high screen of Ryba. Malachi to the paint, kicks back to Ball. Ball dribble penetration, pull up by Ball, and it drops in. Soft touch from Solo Silky, and UConn advances the score to 54-42. Ball's been big. He's in double figures with 11 here tonight.
Including 3 threes. He made 4 in that first Big East tournament game against Xavier.
There's Wagler attacking Malachi. Can't get by him on a dribble. Now spins into the paint. He's working Malachi, and a foul is called on Malachi. And they say it's a 2-shot foul. I don't know. I thought he got him before, but well, maybe not. Maybe it's a 1-on-1. No, it's not that. No, UConn has 9, so it would be a 1-on-1. That's 3 on Malachi. UConn's just trying to keep everybody in this game for the next 11 minutes.
Ball keeping UConn with this big lead, too. He's had 2 threes in the last couple of minutes, and that little 12-footer a moment ago. Huskies started the half 2 for 10. They're now 4 for 12.
Walkler 3 for 3, makes the front end, so he's 4 for 4. 54-43, UConn. Now the next foul by the Huskies is double bonus time. Illinois has 1 more to give before UConn gets into the bonus. So Wagler leading the way with 15.
4 for 4 from the line, 80% shooter.
Second one no good. Ryba got the board.
You're welcome.
The broadcaster's jinx works in our favor. I love it. Here's Malachi, front court, hands to Jaden Ross. They're shooting at the basket where their own bench is. Ross on the right sideline, out front to Malachi Smith. Malachi starts left up a high screen from Ryba. And he cuts into the paint, deals to Jalen Stewart for 3. Stewie airballed it, and the ball knocked out of bounds. It's off a ball. So Dan Hurley's got to make a decision soon whether he brings back Demery, whether he brings back Mullins, whether he brings back Reed, whether he brings back Caravan.
3-point shooting so important for both teams in this game, and UConn's taken more threes than twos. They've taken 27 threes, 10 for 27. They've taken 22s.
All right, Ross guards Wagler. Walks it across the timeline, right to left. He's on the left sideline with a right-hand dribble. Gives it up out front to Tomislav Ivisic. Gets it back. Starts to his right. Now he can't get it down low. He fires right to Mirkovic. Mirkovic cross court to Ivisic. Now Wagler attacks to his right. Can't get a shot off. Now they're down to 5. Back out front, it's Ivisic for 3, and in and out it goes. And the rebound, Stewart, and a foul is called on Illinois. Boy, Ivisic had a great look at that. UConn was just scrambling everywhere defensively, but he missed it. And therefore, foul is called on Illinois, and it's on Davis. That's the 6th team foul, on the Fighting Illini.
Ivisic was 2 for 5 from 3, had a good open look that time. Jalen Stewart had good inside position to get the defensive rebound, but you can really see why Illinois is such a good offensive rebounding team. 3 different guys crashed the glass, but Stewart had the inside position.
All right, Malachi off the inbound against pressure, works it across the timeline. Kylan Oswald's back in the game guarding him. He has it out near the timeline and gives it up to Ball. Ball top of the arc, screened by Jalen Stewart, lost the dribble, regains it. He's got Stojakovic in front of him, skips it right to Stewart for 3, and he made it! Stewie knocks it down. Oh, the sky is falling. It's 11 threes by UConn tonight, and they lead at 57-43, their biggest advantage. Mirkovic down low to Ivisic, working on Ryba, digs the right shoulder in, and he's double teamed. He puts up a jump hook, and he scores. Oh, man, did he make that look easy, the 7-footer. But Ryba didn't foul him, and that's the good news. All right, Malachi across the timeline, 57-45, UConn, 9:20 to go. Ball between the rings, now to Malachi. Malachi skips it left to Ball. Ball back to Malachi. He backs it away. Still got 10 to shoot. Looks it over. Now starts off a high screen by Ryba. Back to Ross. Ross looking to go down low. Can't get it off. It's got to be Malachi. Dribble penetration all the way to the basket. Gives to Ryba. And he missed the layup. Oh, man. He should have dunked it, but he missed the layup. And a rebound by Illinois. Colin Boswell front court. Now to Ivisic. Gets it back. Boswell tries to attack Malachi Smith, and a foul is called.
That was a point-blank range layup that was missed by Ryba, who the last 18 games has shot 77% from the floor, 14 of 58. Good setup by Smith, but Ryba couldn't finish it.
Yeah, you can't complain about what he's done as a freshman. He really has played great most nights.
Dan Hurley says that all the time because he really kept the ship afloat in that killer schedule UConn had early in the season.
Yes, he did.
Including against ranked teams like Illinois.
All right, the starters coming back in as Ball comes out, Ross comes out, Ryba comes out, and Malachi Smith comes out. Stewart remains on the court with him, so good to see Stewart getting a few minutes in an NCAA tournament game after having knee surgery about 6 weeks ago.
Boswell just 5 points now. He had 25 against UConn back in November.
Second free throw, good. And Illinois on the line now, 13 of 17, UConn 8 of 8. Full court pressure. Caravan looking to get it in, gets it into Demery. And Demery will walk it up across the timeline. 8.5 to go, 10-point game. Demery guarded by Boswell. Trying to take it away from him. Demery with left-hand dribble. Gets it to Reed out front. Reed with a couple of dribbles and a handoff to Caravan. Turns and fires a three. No good. Rebound to Ivisic. Caravan only 1 of 5 from 3. And Boswell walks it up and gives it up to Mirkovic on the right wing with Stewart on him. Dumps it down low to the left-handed Ivisic. He digs the right shoulder into Reed. Another one. Now he spins. And he goes to the shot. And he missed it. And a foul was called. I think it'd be on Reed. That's his third. Ivisic is so long and so tall and so experienced. He's a junior from Croatia. He averages 10 points, 5.5 rebounds. And here tonight, he's got 12 points and 3 rebounds.
His twin brother plays on this team, too, Zvonimir, who is 4 minutes older than the man at the free throw line right now.
All right, the first free throw's good. I'll tell you, Illinois will stop the clock. They'll get to the line. They're now 14 of 18 there. That's one way to climb back in this thing. You just keep the clock from running. Ivisic gets another chance.
Prior 6 games coming in, he was 9 for 9 from the line. He's 3 for 3 before the second one here.
He had 14 threes on the season, more than any 7-footer ever. He makes both free throws.
6-0 run for the Illini.
They get it into Demery. It's an 8-point game, and he is fouled by Boswell in the backcourt, and that puts Demery on the line to shoot 1-on-1. I'm sure Brad Underwood didn't want that. I mean, he fouled him 75 feet from the basket on a reach. And I think the officials here tonight have been really tight with any contact by either team. And so we go to the 8-minute media timeout with UConn leading 57-49. Champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask Alex Caravan and Ashlyn Shade. Whether you're in Glastonbury or Niantic, Monaco Ford is the trusted choice for athletes and fans alike. Shop like a champion online anytime at monacoford.com. Back with the final 8 minutes in a moment. UConn by 8 from Brown Paint Harrison Scott. This is UConn men's basketball in Learfield.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the UConn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank UConn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at powerstationevents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
At Dime Bank, we're all about community. It's not just by providing banking services, though we're very good at that. We pride ourselves in giving back in ways that go beyond banking. Acts that range from serving on local boards to neighborhood food pantries. Our employees do so not because they have to, but willingly because they care. If your current banking relationship is leaving you wanting a little more, come join our community. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Mike Monaco.
And Chrissy Monaco. You know, champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask UConn's Alex Caravan and Ashlyn Shade. They count on Monaco Ford for performance, reliability, and a team that's got their back.
From the tough F-150 to the versatile Explorer and the thrilling Mustang, we've got the lineup built for winners.
Visit us in Glastonbury or Niantic today.
Or start your deal online at MonacoFord.com.
That's MonacoFord.com.
Play-by-play coverage of UConn men's basketball in the Final Four rolls on. Now, let's go back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location in Indianapolis.
Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. Lots of people have been reaching out to us across the country during this NCAA tournament run by the Huskies to the Final Four, and they're listening on Sirius Radio, so good to hear.
Huskies 4 for 11 from 3 in the second half, but 11 of 29. That three-point shot has come back against this Illini defense, and that's been important because Terrace Reed Jr. has been scoreless in the second half. All 11 of his points came in the first half, but in the last 10 games, he's been incredible. 16 points a game, 12.4 rebounds a game, and I asked him yesterday why he's been so dominant in these last 10 games.
Like playing with a group of guys, it's just so special. And it's my senior year. This is it for me, so I'm trying to go out there, swing for the fences every play, every possession, and it's literally my last. Like, my days are numbered, maximum 2 games, minimum 1 game, so really focus on Illinois.
There's Terrace Reed as Silas Demery goes to the line. 1-1. First one is short and rebounded by Illinois. And there's an opportunity for the Fighting Illini now. Wagler into the front court left is picked up by Demery. Right-hand dribble. Out front it comes to Mirkovic. He's got Stewart on him. Now to Boswell on the left wing. They're trying to go down low, and they do. To Ivisic, the left-hander. He digs the right shoulder in on Reed. Reed stays on his feet. Short. Missed the shot. Right-handed. On the offhand, rebounded by Reed. He's got 8. Ahead to Demery. Front court right. Mullins back in the game. Demery holding on the left wing. Caravan running. They give it to Stewart. Another 3 by Stewie. Back rim no good. Rebound Mullins. Back to Demery, and they take another 20 seconds to get a shot off. We're at 7:15 to go. Demery on the right wing off the high screen of Caravan. Gives it up to Mullins. Mullins down low to Reed. Working on Ivisic. He dives inside, puts a jump hook up, in and out. Tipped up, no. Rebound by Ivisic. They say it's off Demery. I don't know. Well, they called a foul on Silas. That's his third. So UConn now has 3 men with 3, and they got a man with 4. 4 men with 3, pardon me. 20 fouls on UConn and 13 on Illinois. It'll be double bonus.
Each team, 8 offensive rebounds. Huskies got 1 there and couldn't get second chance points out of it.
All right, so 8-point game. Jaden Ross going to check in. On the line, it's Ivisic.
13 of his last 13 over 6+ games.
15 of 19 Illinois here tonight. And what are they saying? It's going to be, it's 2 free throws. UConn has 12 team fouls.
Huskies haven't scored since the Stewart 3 about 2 minutes and 45 seconds ago. Right now it's a 6-0 Illinois run.
All right, Ivisic on the line, the lefty, the big man, the 7-footer, shoots and makes. 57-50. Ross comes in for Jalen Stewart. So Stewart with some valuable minutes, 7 of them.
And again, I think you'll likely be seeing J. Ross defending Wagler. Pretty good size matchup there. Ross 6'7", Wagler 6'6".
All right, Ivisic, 2 free throws. And it's a 6-point game. Caravan inbounds to Ross. And he hands to Demery. Silas across the timeline. Left to right, picked up by Boswell, and he gives to Ross on the right sideline. Up front to Reed. Now Mullins on the left wing. Demery has it on the left sideline. Demery has the ball knocked loose. And it's off of Ron Groover, the official, so it'll be UConn ball. He was standing out of bounds there.
One of the reasons the Huskies have had trouble getting the ball to Reed, well, he's gone against the ball game, but 7'1" Tomislav Ivicic is guarding him. 7'1", guarding 6'11".
Illinois crowd all riled up. Here's Mullins between the rings. On the left sideline, Mullins drives to the basket. Cut off. Where's he going to go? He puts the shot up. It's blocked. He got it back. He gave it to Reed, but it went through his legs. And Wagler has it. Wagler to the front court with Demery. Gives it up to Mirkovic. Out front to Ivicic. It's a three-man game. Wagler tries to attack Demery. Cut off, and he gives back to Ivicic, top of the arc. Working on Reed. He attacks the basket. He puts it up right-handed. He missed it. And a rebound by Reed. Oh, what a break that was. He was point blank. That was a gimme. It didn't go in. And a timeout by Dan Hurley. 6:13 to go.
Good move by the UConn coach after the 8-0 run by Illinois.
And let's see, is it going to be a 30? They're going to say it's a full. Okay, they'll extend it to a full. And we will take it. From quality outdoor structures to custom handcrafted furniture, Cloder Farms is your destination for home and yard. We're worth the ride. Route 83 in Ellington. 10 seconds for station ID. And we'll be back with more after these messages. UConn basketball presented by Brown, Panderas, and Scott on Learfield.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or just a Hail Mary? I'm Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner at Johnson Brunetti. As the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies, we've helped over 7,000 families navigate and thrive in retirement. Level up your financial playbook by visiting johnsonbrunetti.com for free financial planning resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement, your financial playmaker. Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Our coverage of the Final Four continues in just a moment. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
Today's broadcast of UConn men's basketball, sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. If you can save, see if you can save at progressivecommercial.com.
Huskies haven't scored since they built the biggest lead, 14 at 57-43. 8-0 run right now over the last 3:16 for the Illini. Huskies had big first half from Mullins and Reed. They've not scored in the second half. They've combined to shoot 0 for 6 from the floor.
Inbounded to Ross, front court right. Ross on the right sideline. 18 to shoot. Back to Mullins. Hand off Caravan. Caravan looking down low to get it to Reed. They do at the high post. Reed, couple dribbles, hands to Demery. Demery behind the screen, into the paint. Tries to go to the basket. He puts it up. He missed it. And a rebound taken down by Illinois. It's Mirkovic. And the Illini have it. Front court left. Under 6 minutes to go. It's Wagler. One-on-one with Demery. Right-hand dribble. Starts to his right. Picked up by Ross on a switch. It's Ivicic, and he had the ball stolen by Mullins. Ahead to Ross. Ross back to Caravan for three. Alex, no, in and out. Batted around, and Wagler got the rebound.
Huskies have missed 7 straight.
Here's Wagler, front court left. between the rings, guarded by Ross. Keeps his dribble. Now he starts with a left-hand dribble. Tries to turn the corner on Ross. Can't get the shot off. Back out front to Ivisic. He takes a pass. He spins up the screen. He gives it up. Ivisic over Reed. No, front rim. Rebounded by Illinois. They lost it. They got it back. Stojakovic lays it in.
Third chance basket.
Oh, Illinois within 4.
There is the Illinois offensive rebounding at its best.
And UConn has got to rebound the ball. And right now, Kamani Young, the associate head coach, is saying that, and he's emphasizing that. And the Huskies cannot let Illinois command the boards like this. They've been out-rebounded by 8 right now, 39-31. If the Huskies prevail, we'll be on Monday night at 8:15 Eastern as the Huskies look for a 3rd national championship in the last 4 years. To do it, they'll have to beat Arizona or Michigan, the matchup later tonight here in Indianapolis. Catch all the action on the UConn Sports Network, the Varsity Network app, and the VarsityNetwork.com.
It's a Final Four tradition. They have all the inductees to the Naismith Hall of Fame that will happen this summer. They introduce them at halftime. They are all standing on the court, not far from us. Doc Rivers, Mark Few, Amari Stoudemire, Coach Mark D'Antonio. On the women's side, Candace Parker, Elena Deladon, who was a UConn Husky for about 3 days. And also Shamiko Holtzclaw, referee Joey Crawford, the 1996 U.S. women's national team. They were all out there. And
you met Mike D'Antoni, by the way, the former Knicks coach. And I got to see him outside at halftime. It's great to see him. He said, I feel so good. I haven't lost a game in 5 years. And I said, you're right. All right, Karaband inbound against full court pressure and gets it into Demery. We got 5 minutes to go in this game. It's 57-53 UConn. Demery to the front court, hands it over to Ball out near the timeline. And Ball to Demery on the right sideline with it. Demery starts to his left. He gives it up to Ball. Ball out front, Karaband. Karaband down low to Reed. Reed spins, double team, banks it in left-handed. Nice work by T-Rex. He sensed the double team, and he just sliced through it and laid it in left-handed. UConn by 6.
Ends the 10-0 run. The seniors collaborate. Karaband to Reed.
4.5 to go. Wagler guarded by Demery. Tries to walk him down. Starts with the left hand. Off the screen. Kicks it out front to Merkovich. Gets it back. Starts. Wagler 3. Long range. No. Back rim. Rebound. Let's see. Saved by Illinois, but in the hands of Demery. Outlet to Ball. And Ball stuffs it in. Right-handed. Rip City on a great feed by Karaband. UConn by 8. 4 minutes to go. Wagler pounds it down low to Merkovich. He got away with a travel. Now he digs a right shoulder in on Karaband. He goes all the way to the basket. He missed the layup. The ball is loose, and it's rebounded by Illinois. Stolen by Demery. Ahead to Ball, but back in the hands of Ivisic. And Illinois gets another chance. 3:45 left. Wagler front court left. Behind the screen of Ivisic. He launches another 3. No good. Front rim. And rebound Reed. Outlet. It's Ball. Ball to the basket. Dives left and lays it and missed it. And the rebound taken down by Stojakovic. Back the other way. 3:20 to go. Wagler has it on the right wing. Back to Stojakovic. Ivisic top left. Back out front to Stojakovic. He's guarded by Mullins. Steps behind the screen. He attacks Reed. Looks down low. Can't get it down there. Now he gives it up. 3-point attempt is good from the left wing by Humberkaus. And with 3 minutes to go, UConn's lead is 5, 61-56.
Humberkaus at 6'9". Demery was on him. Demery at 6'4", just couldn't get up high enough.
All right, it's Mullins across the timeline, left to right. Gives to Karaband. Karaband on the right wing. Out front to Demery. Demery wants to go down low, and he gets it to Reed, but he is fouled from behind by Ivisic with 2:46 to go, and Reed will have to go and shoot free throws 1 and 1. UConn by 5, and going to the line as we get under 3 minutes for the timeout. Husky Hoops brought to you in part by UConn Health. We're delivering care that changes the game for Husky athletes and everyone. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, UConn 61, Illinois 56. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
There's something new to cheer about. Introducing the exclusive M&T Bank UConn debit and credit card collection. Pick your favorite design and pay like a champion. To open an account or upgrade your current card, visit mtb.com/UConn or stop by an M&T Bank branch near you. M&T Bank, the official bank of UConn. Member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association.
Hey, it's Mike Monaco.
And Chrissy Monaco. You know, champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask UConn's Alex Caravan and Ashlyn Shade. They count on Monaco Ford for performance, reliability, and a team that's got their back.
From the tough F-150 to the versatile Explorer and the thrilling Mustang, we've got the lineup built for winners.
Visit us in Glastonbury or Niantic today.
Or start your deal online at MonacoFord.com.
That's MonacoFord.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
The Huskies live here. You're listening to play-by-play coverage of UConn men's basketball in the Final Four. Now back to the Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location in Indianapolis.
After the game, the Hart Auto Group postgame show comes on. Highlights Dan Hurley's postgame interview. Stats and scores, courtesy of the Hart Auto Group, a proud sponsor of UConn Athletics, bringing you championship deals every day. You got to drive Hart. Shop in-store or online at hartcars.com. A few minutes ago, and Terrace Reed got in the low post, got double-teamed. And, Wayne, we've been watching him make moves like this for a couple of years. That was a crucial move because UConn was, on their heels big time when he made that play.
And ended a 10-0 Illinois run. Caravan found him inside. Next time down, Caravan got a defensive rebound, and Solo Ball ahead of the field got the fast break dunk. Solo finished that play off. And after Hummerhouse made a three, Solo had another fast break opportunity. This time, though, he wasn't open, and he forced the shot and missed it, and then what happened?
Well, Dan Hurley went to the bench. He didn't like it because, a game like this, you got to bleed the clock as best you can and give your opponent less time to catch up. UConn's lead is only 61-56 with 2:46 to go. Reed, Mullins, Demery Jr. and Caravan in for the Huskies.
Reed 1 for 1 in this game, only 59% free throw shooter in the year, but the last 8 games coming in, 74%. He's improved it. He's improved it lately, but this is a pair of huge free throws.
And Reed's first one is good. And the front end, you got to get the front one to get the second one. Ray Allen is here watching the game, and he likes what he sees.
Teammate Donnie Marshall is here also.
Rip Hamilton. Reed 2 for 2. UConn 63-56. And they get it into Wagler, and Demery's going to guard him 80 feet from the basket. Going to pick him up. He dribbles to the front court, a left-hand dribble. Wagler, right-hand dribble, right sideline. One bounce down low. Mirkovic spins on Demery, and a foul is called on Demery. And that's number 4. So UConn with 2:31 to go has Demery with 4, Malachi Smith with 4, so Dan Hurley doesn't have really an option here unless he gets Mullins to handle or Ball to handle.
So we'll see whether Brad Underwood, the 9th-year head coach of Illinois, runs the offense attacking Demery. Demery has avoided foul trouble. He was very foul-prone the middle part of the season, but the last 16 games coming in, he'd only had 2 first-half fouls twice.
Mirkovic misses the free throw. Yeah, Brad Underwood, you talked to him prior to the game. 62 years old, one of the oldest guys to coach in this tournament in a Final Four. Jim Calhoun was 68 when he won this thing in 2011. And the second one by Mirkovic, and it rolls in, barely.
Didn't age a bit, though, because he had Kemba Walker.
Yeah, exactly. Cardiac kids, cardiac Kemba. All right, it's Caravan inbound the ball. 63-57. Illinois trails with 2:31 to go. Next foul by Illinois, it's 1-1. Caravan gets it into Ball, and Ball slowly works it into the front court, picked up by Wagler. Ball gives it up out front to Mullins. Mullins now to Reed at the high post right, and a hand off to Demery, who spins to his right. They want to go down low to Reed. They get it to Reed on the baseline right. Reed spins. They double him. Nowhere to go. What's he going to do? He's got trouble and has to call a timeout. And that was probably the best thing he could do. That would have been a turnover.
Well, they double-teamed him with 2 men between him and the hoop. if he had somebody to pass to in the right corner, he could have passed it out. There was nobody there. That's why he had to call that timeout.
All right, so now Dan Hurley's got to work some magic here. They only have 7 seconds to shoot. It's 2:08 left in the game. So the Huskies have got to come up with some kind of shot here. I mentioned Illinois has 18 fouls, so they foul one more time. It's still 1-1. They're not in the double bonus UConn unless there's 2 fouls. So
Huskies have 1 timeout left. So we're in the semifinals of the Final Four, something UConn's got plenty of experience at. When they won at 99, they beat Ohio State 64-58 in the semi. In 2004, one of the greatest games in UConn history, almost as good as the one last Sunday night. They beat Duke 79-78. Went on to win the championship. 2009, 17 years ago tonight, they lost to Michigan State 82-73. 2011, they beat Kentucky on the way to the championship. 2014, they beat Florida. Game they were down 18-4.
All right, ball's going to inbound the ball here right in front of us.
And these last 2 championships, Miami and Alabama.
The ball has Ivisic in front of him. Big 7-footer. Ball. Try to get it in. He got it into Reed. They get it to Mullins. Mullins spins to the traffic, goes to the basket, banks it up. No, it's tipped by Reed. It's no good. And Ivisic got the rebound. Now here comes Illinois. A couple chances for UConn. Didn't go in. Wagler, front court left. Left-hand dribble, tries to blow by Demery. In traffic, gives it on the baseline to Boswell. He can't get a shot off. He backs away in the near corner. He's guarded by Caravan. Back out front, Wagler. 10 to shoot. He turns the corner on Demery. He spins in traffic. He pushes his way through and lays it in. Oh, man, he just shoved his way through it. And a timeout's been called, I believe, by Illinois with 1:37 to go, and UConn leading 63-59. Boy, he got away with one that time. So they call the timeout, and Illinois is within 4. Both teams have a challenge left. The possession arrow is Illinois'. UConn's got a timeout, and so does Illinois. UConn has not scored a field goal in 2.5 minutes here, and they've made only 2 of their last 12 as they try to get to the finish line and to Monday night.
That last field goal by UConn was the fast break dunk by Solo Ball, his 11th of the season. Wagler, the freshman who had 25 points against Iowa in the South Regional Final, was named the South Regional Final Most Outstanding Player last weekend. He's got 17 to lead Illinois in this game, 6 of 13 shooting, but 1 of 7 from three-point range. He's their best percentage three-point shooter in the season, 41%. As Illinois is only 5 for 22 from three-point range, they're a 35% three-point shooting team coming in. Huskies' three-pointers have been big in this game, especially with Reed being contained by the big front line.
All right, Caravan's ready to inbound the ball to our left against full-court pressure. 1:38 to put an extra second on. And they try to get it in, and they do. The ball in the near corner. He's double-teamed. Back to Caravan. Ahead to Demery. And into the front court, he walks it. So UConn has the ball. 1.5 to go. 20 to shoot. Demery looks over the offense, gives the ball. Back out front to Mullins. Mullins fires it on the right sideline to Demery. Demery behind the arc. Gives it up with a high post Reed. Reed now hands to Caravan. Steps behind the screen. Caravan for 3. Back rim no good. Demery got the rebound. It's in the hands of Ball. And they'll run the clock. Ball gives it up to Demery. Now we're down to 1 minute to go. What a rebound by Demery.
Number 9.
Number 9 on the night. Demery up the high screen of Mullins. Keeps it. Starts to his left. Fires it to Mullins. Mullins 3. High arcing. Good! A moon ball from Mullins. UConn 66-59. 45 seconds left. Wagler attacks Demery. Step back jumper. High arcing. Good. It's a 2. I know they say it's a 3. And a timeout's been called. Wow. What a shot by Wagler. He somehow shed the man defending him. Step back and hit a 3. Wagler's got 20.
And it came after the three-pointer by Mullins. His first points of the second half. And what a time for it. I guess he likes these final minute of the game scenarios.
He's got 15 points now.
Well, that one was nowhere near the logo, by the way.
No, it was not. 66-62, 43 seconds left. Illinois is out of timeouts. UConn has a timeout remaining. It's a 2-possession game, so I'm expecting UConn to run down to 20, maybe 30 seconds before they shoot this ball. Now, will Illinois foul them? I think that's a good strategy for Brad Underwood, because they need to get the ball back. If UConn takes care of the ball for 30 seconds, Illinois will only have 13 seconds or so to make up 4 points, and that'll be tough.
And identified the fact that UConn's been so good from the free throw line. Last 8 games coming in, 80.5% free throw shooting. This is a team that was not a good free throw shooting team during the year, but they've certainly got good lately. And in this contest, they are 10 for 11. Demery, the only miss. And that's unusual because Silas, a good free throw shooter, 81%, a career high for him.
So the Huskies, while Illinois made 3 of their last 3, get a huge 3 from Mullins, and they've made 12 tonight. A lot of conversation here in the NCAA tournament about UConn's failings behind the arc. But they got here with a 40-footer by Mullins, beating Duke, and they now have 12 tonight. And we've been talking about it, Wayne. What if UConn started shooting from three-point range? I mean, they really haven't been shooting from three-point range for a while.
Well, a few weeks before the Big East tournament, UConn had double figures in three-pointers made 6 out of 7 games. The threes were flying. But since that time, the last 10 games, UConn hit double figures in threes only once. That was Xavier in the first game of the Big East tournament. But they've done it tonight, 12 of 33.
All right, Karaban inbound to her left, full court pressure. Tries to get it in, and he moves it around. He gets it to Mullins. Mullins now trying to get fouled. They don't foul him. He gets it ahead to Demery, and Demery gets fouled by Avicic. So now we're down to 36.3 seconds. And we got a 1-and-1 here for Demery. UConn, it's a 2-possession game. And Ross is going to check in, I believe, defensively. So Demery on the line.
Ivicic has been so good in the second half. He's one of their leading scorers, 16 points in this game. But that's foul number 4 on him.
So Demery 1-and-1. After this, if there's another foul, it'll be 2 free throws.
Huskies really had some issues getting the ball across the midcourt line. Part of the reason was that Mullins kind of stopped before he got there. And
he was trying to get fouled. They didn't foul him.
But it almost cost him a 10-second violation.
All right, Demery front end, and good. Demery has been Mr. Clutch. I mean, go back to the BYU game. Go back to Duke a week ago, making 2 huge threes in the corner.
Back-to-back plays, right corner, left corner.
67-62.
Huskies only 5 turnovers against Duke, 1 in the second half on Sunday night. Only 4 turnovers in this game, all in the second half.
Silas rolls it in off the front rim. 68-62. Illinois, no timeouts. And Wagler looking to inbound. They have full court pressure. They get it in. They hand it to Wagler. Wagler quickly to the front court. Off a high screen. Throws up a long 3. Back rim no good. And Ross got the rebound. And Ross will get fouled. And UConn now, with 26.1 left, can see a possible date on Monday night for a national championship. Reed will also go to the line. He gets 2 chances.
His minutes have gone up in the last couple of weeks. He's got 20 minutes in this game. He hasn't really done much offensively except for back-to-back 3-pointers midway through the first half. He didn't score in the second half, but 6 points. But now some very important free throws for the 6'7" junior from Bristow, Virginia, who's a 70% free throw shooter on the season.
And he rolls it in off the front rim. They got a couple of those. 69-62, 26.3 left.
Ross,
again, Illinois has no timeouts left. They do have the possession arrow.
Ross, 70% is a career high for the junior.
All right, Ross, the second one. That one's up and short left, rebounded by Ivicic. He hands to Wagler, 69-62 UConn. 20 seconds left. Wagler back to Brickhouse, and he missed the shot. The ball is batted around and is picked up by Davis. And what do we have? It's off of Illinois, and that means UConn has possession and 14.5 seconds to Monday night.
You've got this Illinois team that's such a good rebounding team. They out-rebound their Big Ten opponents by 16 a game. UConn's been a good rebounding team, not a great rebounding team. Illinois 43-37 rebounding. That's a win for UConn.
All right, UConn try to inbound to our left. They get it into Reed. Reed is fouled immediately. 13 seconds left. So trying to bleed the clock, and the Huskies are taking another trip to the free throw line.
Interesting call to inbound the ball to Reed, who's not UConn's best free throw shooter. He's 3 for 3 in this game tonight, though. But then he just stood there to wait to be fouled. At that point in time, maybe you think about passing to a better free throw shooter, but it's like the senior wants the ball right now. He's been so good. lately free throw shooting pretty much iced the game with 13 seconds
You want to
left.
get the ball in. Let's get the ball in. You don't want a violation there.
And they did, and he just stood there.
All right,
he drew the
Reed
foul.
on the line, and he rattles it in that time. So Terrace, wow, what a tournament for him.
He's come a long way since that game at Seton Hall when he was 5 for 13 from the free throw line.
Don't bring up bad memories, not now. Here he is again, a second chance for Reed. And that one's good. And UConn, 15 of 17 on the line, leads by 9 with 13 seconds left. Wagler gets it in, just barely. Now he gets it back. Quickly to the front court, guarded by Ross. He'll launch a long three, and no good front rim. Rebounded by Ivisic. A step back, can't get a shot off. And a steal by Ross, and UConn has the game. The Huskies are on to Monday night. 71-62. Illinois' dream season is over at 28-9. UConn championship DNA shows again here on Saturday night.
And the Huskies won this game despite shooting only 36% from the floor, 29% of the second half. But they held Illinois to 34% shooting, 33% in the second half. A couple of big keys in this game. The three-pointer, it came back for UConn in this game, 12 of 33. They made 5 in the second half. And the ball security was amazing. 5 turnovers, equaling a season low against Duke on Sunday night. Tonight, 4 turnovers. That is a season low for the Huskies. They were able to have good ball security, make plays down the stretch when they had to after they had the 14-point lead cut to 4 with 5 minutes to go.
Well, you mentioned UConn shooting. Illinois was worse than that, 34%, 19 of 56. They made 6 of 26 from 3. So Illinois did not have a good shooting night either. They're held to 62 points. Illinois have been holding teams under 60 in their last 3 games in this tournament. UConn gets to 71 and wins the game.
In the handshake line, UConn coach Dan Hurley just went up and gave a big hug to the freshman Keaton Wagler.
That matchup, I know it's a big part of it, but where do you think Michigan can have some success against a really good front court for Arizona?
Well, I'm going to rely on the comments that Yax had a long time ago, way back in the Vegas tournament when he said the Vegas Players Tournament, when he said that